What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we are back here in the basement for another live stream of the New York Rangers versus the Carolina Hurricanes in a massive, massive battle going on tonight for first. Well, it's not for first place, but we're working our way there as the Rangers are only 6 points behind the first place Carolina Hurricanes in the Metro Division. We're only a couple of points behind the freaking Devils, who are right in front of us. The Rangers are taking names and numbers as we are plowing through teams. In our last 3 games, we have outscored the competition 17-2. 17-2. The Rangers are not playing around. Not playing around right now. There's a humongous game at the Garden today. This is make or break. We have Mika Zibanejad. Last 4 games, he has scored 5 goals and 4 assists. He's the NHL's Player of the Week. Igor, in the last 8 games, been 7-1 with a 2.09 goals against average, 928 save percentage. The Rangers are on fire. The Knicks are on fire. I know they lost last night, but big ups to Julius Randle and his 57 points last night that went to waste as the Knicks found a way to blow that game anyway. Not even blow it. They were never in it. They just started out slowly. Anyway, guys, let's get it going. Let's get it rocking in here. The Rangers are getting ready to set off. Igor's in net. Overall record 32-11 with a 2.57 goals against average and a 912 save percentage on the season. So he's rebounded a lot from the last time. Frederik Andersen starts in net for the Carolina Hurricanes. He's 18-7 with a 2.47 goals against average and a 902 save percentage. Our first line is out there today. We got Kreider, Vinny, and Tarasenko all out on the first line, setting it off right now. Let's get this underway. Puck is dropping right now. Puck is dropping. This is underway. We are 6 points. 6 points behind them. That's it. We're there. We are there, guys. Mr. Marine, first cellar dweller, OG cellar dweller in the basement. Mr. Marine, what is happening, brother? Good to see you in here, man. Always good to see you back. Flex, another cellar dweller accounted for. Flex, first Ozzy in the basement. Grady, another cellar dweller accounted for. Another Ozzy in the basement. What's happening? Lockport, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Lockport in the base. What's going on, guys? Let's get this rolling tonight. Let's get it rocking up in here. I cannot wait for this game to get started today, guys. Could not wait. Hit that like button when you get into the basement, guys. Don't forget to do that. We're just underway here. We got a big, big weekend. Again, guys, Gunner, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Gunner in the basement. Rangers already pushing up. Our second line is out there, which has Artemi. What are you doing, man? Take another shot. Sorry, guys. Our second line's out there now with Panarin, Mika, and oh, come on, man. Come on. And the big news, too, Ryan Lindgren back from that injury with a dirty shot that he took. He's back tonight. He's on the ice. Much needed player back for us on the ice. Let's go. We got this thing, man. We got to take it to Carolina. We are taking names. Now, tonight, guys, before we get too deep into this, I do not want to forget. Trouba's already mentioned it, just jumping in here now. OG cellar dweller accounted for. Trouba train in the basement. OG cellar dweller Bruin in the basement. R.I.P. Willis Reed. R.I.P. to the New York Knicks Madison Square Garden legend. Willis Reed passed away today at the age of 80 years old. He's a two-time Finals MVP. 11-time All-Star. The guy was a Knicks legend. Legendary man in his personal life as well. Willis Reed will always be a staple at the Garden. He'll always be a New York Knicks legend for life. He is part of the greatest teams that the Knicks have ever had back in 70 and 73. And the biggest one, when he missed Game 6, he missed with a massive thigh injury, came out in Game 7, scored the first 2 baskets of the game. And his emotional uplifting coming out in a Game 7 against Wilt Chamberlain and the Los Angeles Lakers, he wasn't even supposed to be playing in that game. No one expected him to be there. The greatest uplifting moment in New York sports history. You could put it right at the top. You could easily put it at the top. It was massive. Willis Reed, rest in peace, my friend. That is a great New York legend right there. Trouba came in mentioning that right off the bat. Thank you very much for bringing that up. Here we are right now. The Rangers have a massive game today again. Mika, player of the week. Last 4 games, Mika has 5 goals and 4 assists. He is the NHL player of the week. Again, Shesterkin, Igor, last 8 games, 7-1. 7-1 with a 2.09 goals against average and a 928 save percentage. He's getting back on track. Watch out for the Rangers this year. Watch out, guys. In the last 3 games, 2 against the Penguins, 1 against the Predators, we have outscored the competition 17-2 in the last 3 games. Let's keep the fire going against Carolina right now. Get that in there. Get that in there. Come on, let's go. I hope it's a game like the other day where I could barely turn around and watch. Carolina bringing it up right now. For the Aussies, the Carolina Hurricanes are the #1 team in our division. They're 6 points ahead of us. That means every win is 2 points. A win is 2 points. If both teams go to overtime, both teams get a point. The winner gets the extra point. So we're only 3 wins basically behind the Canes. We need to take this game tonight. We play them again on Thursday night in their house. And then we have the Florida Panthers after that. We have a tough week this week. Tough week. Grady, hi, Johnny. Have a great day. Lions and Jets stocking up talent. No doubt. Grady, we need that win against Melbourne Friday. Be in the Discord with us, man. I'm going to be up for that game. Melbourne against Brisbane, man. I will be up for that game. We need to play a whole game this week, Grady. We need the Lions to play a full game, not just a half. That's something my Jets would do. Play the first half and be like, oh, that should be enough, right? And then lose in the second half. 16:37 left in the first period, 0-0. Gunner, Johnny, I'm your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former room. What? Okay. I got a feeling that's from something that might have just gone over my head, I'm assuming. Bruin, what's going on, brother? Manav, what's up, Johnny? Manav, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Manav in the basement. Bruin, we're kind of like playing like the Bruins right now, man. 17 goals in the last 3 games. 17 in the last 3 games against the Penguins and the Predators. Trouba, great player, better man, absolutely, 100%. You cannot go wrong with Willis Reed and the life that he lived. A great humanitarian, man. Willis Reed is he's a legend, man. He's the greatest in the Garden. He's unbelievable, man. Really sad day for the Garden. They gave a nice moment of silence for him beforehand, and Stephen A. Smith and a bunch of people are doing pieces on him. I'm going to watch a few later on today. Bruin, USA game is going to start any second now. I'll be flipping over to that in between periods. Big night, man. I know there's a lot going on. Trouba, hello to the entire Cellar crew. Trouba, Mr. Marine, rest in power. Amen. Great way to put it, Mr. Marine. Willis Reed, rest in power. No doubt. Yep, what an influential person. And for you Aussies in here that don't know about Willis Reed, we're not just celebrating him, the basketball player. Take a look at Willis Reed's life. Pull up a YouTube on him. Pull up a piece on him. Willis Reed was an absolute inspiration to a lot of people, an incredible humanitarian. Big Bear, another cellar dweller accounted for, and a diehard Rangers fan. Big Bear, never missing a Rangers live stream. What's up, my man? What's up, my boys? Swapping the steel toes for the blue shirts right now. Let's go, Rangers. Big Bear off work. Drop those steel toe boots at home. Get in here. Let's go. Rangers and Hurricanes. Big game. Keandre Miller, congratulations. Think of all the elite defensemen the Rangers have had over their entire history. And Keandre Miller set the record for defensemen, 4 points in 1 period. No other no other Ranger has ever done that on defense. And we have some legends that have been on defense. Keandre Miller is on his way. Congratulations to him. 4 points in 1 freaking period, man. I love it. That is incredible. Incredible. We're hitting on all cylinders, the Rangers. All cylinders. Shoot it. Come on. Get in there. Trouba. Shoot again, man. Come on, Kreider. Remember, we got Kreider, Vinny, and Tarasenko on the first line, I think. That was pretty confident. Kreider, Vinny, and Tarasenko, I think. It is Kreider, Vinny, and Tarasenko. Raleigh, OG Cellar Dweller. Raleigh's in the basement. What's up, Raleigh? What's happening, man? Gunner, it's from the movie Spaceballs. Yes, okay. Comb the beach. I knew it was from something. It just did. It went right over my head, man. Went right over my head, Gunner. I knew it was from something. Spaceballs. Barf. John Candy. Great movie, man. Gosh, I haven't seen that in a long time. Oh, man. BK Reaper, welcome in. Welcome into the basement, man. Subscribe. Bell notice, like button. Not watching the game. Good to say what's up to the boys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Reaper, man? What's happening? Nice to have you in here, man. Nice to have you in here, man. Trouba, he was the Knicks. Oh, yeah. Great analogy. Great analogy, Trouba. No doubt. I got his jersey, man. You had to get a Willis Reed, man. I've had it. You guys have seen it. That's a staple. That's a New York Knicks staple. You're right. Great analogy, Truby. Couldn't have said it any better, man. Great analogy. Gunner, Spaceballs is my favorite spoof movie ever. So many hilarious moments and references. Oh, my gosh. You can go on and on with that. I know you guys are all getting all ready with our movie references and trivias and things like that, because what happens next week? Yankees are back against the San Francisco Giants, 1 o'clock, right here in the basement. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I'll be doing that right here in the basement. Come on, get it out of there. Come on, get it out of there. Clear it. Let's go. Rangers bringing it back up. Come on, Vinny. Oh, this is a great game. This is going to be a great one. A great week. We can get 8 points this week. That would be amazing. Carolina again on Thursday. The Florida Panthers on Saturday. Man, we have no breaks. No breaks. Oh, BK Reaper, wait a minute. Is this Gardini? BK, are you Gardini? USMC, how we doing, Marine? BK Reaper, is this Gardini? Please tell me this is Gardini. It is Gardini. I knew it. I'm like, wait a minute. Who's BK Reaper saying I had to stop in and say what's up? Unbelievable, man. You get Bruin, Big Bear, Mr. Marine. DC, what's going on, DC? Another dwell in the base. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? BK and OFC and the other OG brothers, Bruin, Gunner, Raleigh, and the rest of the crew. What, you're getting ready to watch the baseball, USA, right? I'm going to switch over to that in between periods, Gardini. Manav, prayers for his family. Amen. Yep. You'll see. You should be able to see some good pieces on him, man. Gardini here. Yeah, of course. I knew. It didn't hit me at first. I should start knowing now. Final rename until what? Next week? Till the Yankees start? Final rename till when, Gardini? Till when? You've switched it like 3 or 4 times. GT, O-Sauce, BK Reap. There was something else I'm missing, right? Something else. What a trip. Johnny, you're going to be so annoyed at me. I'm telling you, man. You're a trip, Gardini. You're a trip. Like I said, all the OG, we all got different personalities in here, man. Rock, my favorite cellar dweller. My honey, Rock, Mrs. Basement, in the basement. What's happening, honey? Mr. Marine, the BK Reaper coming along slowly. Few setbacks, but it's life. I had my first good meal today. Had steak potatoes for dinner. Good as can be, man. That must have been great for you, Mr. Marine. You got, what, another 4 days left in there? That's awesome. Steak potatoes for dinner, man, on your recuperating, and you came through, man. You're getting there, man. 1 day closer to going home, Mr. Marine. 1 day closer. BK, good to hear, brother. Happy recovery coming along decently. Yep. Truba, Marine, let me know when you're up to swing the club, and we'll get on the links. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's good stuff, man. BK, USA, Gardini. I'm not going to call you BK. It's Gardini. I'm just going to say Gardini, man. I can't keep up. Way back, another cellar dweller accounting for another Aussie in the basement. Way back. What's going on, brother? Good day, dwellers. Just popped in to say good day on my way to work. You got it, man. You got it, brother. We're getting ready for round 2 coming up. You're in round 2. Rock, what's going on, dwellers? Mr. Marine, sounds good to me, Trouba Train. We can also go hunting down the road. That is so cool. Yeah, Mr. Marine, Trouba, we all got to hook up and go to a Ranger game or something, man. We're all pretty much in the same area. Bruin, too. Bruin's right around the corner. Gardini's around. Manav, hi, Rock. It's raining out here. Rock, hey, Manav, how's it going? Gardini, Mrs. Basement, in the basement. How we doing? Gardini, honey, BK Reaper is Gardini. I'll try to keep you up. Try to keep up, man, with this guy. Wayback says, good day, Rock. How are you? Manav, good, and you, Rock. Trouba, Rock, the foundation of the basement. That's right, Trouba. Rock is the foundation of the basement, and Lockport calls her the basement boss. You guys know how it works. We're married. We're together 28 years. My Rock and I. Without her, I'd be dead in a bar somewhere. I'm not kidding you. So big ups to Rock for always supporting her hubby. Thank you, Rock. I love you to death. My dream woman. Rock, the foundation of the basement. Just doing well. Rock, doing well. Thanks for asking, BK Reaper. Way back, Bruin. Rock says, what's up the way back, Bruin and Trouba. Here comes Aho around. 11:30 left in the first period. Still 0-0. This is going to be a tight game today, guys. Tight game today. Patrick Kane with the puck. You know what's funny? We're dominating. Patrick Kane isn't a huge part of it. He's not. It's like, this is great. Bruin, that's good that you're eating some real food. Yeah, no doubt. Good for Mr. Marine. Thank goodness, man. Enjoy those steak and potatoes, Mr. Marine. That's awesome. Bruin says, what's up the Rock? Mrs. Basement. Bond, another cellar dweller accounted for, another Aussie in the basement. What's up, Bond? G'day, Johnny and Dwellers. How's everyone doing? Specky that like button on the way into the basement. That's right. Everybody hit the like button. Let's keep it rolling in here. Gardini, Trout in those USA jerseys got me feeling some sort of way. I don't know why I got a hell of confidence tonight. Go USA, man. They win tonight. They win it, man. That's all. They should with that batting order. They should. But, we'll see. G'day, Bond. G'day, Rock. Way back, did you find the hand? Hey, Bond, did you find the hand of faith? Come on. Get it, Dan. Shake that puck. Ryan Lindgren is back. Thank goodness. Ryan Lindgren is back tonight. After he took that cheap shot from the Capitals, man, he's back tonight. Thank goodness. We need him back out there, man. He's Mr. Intangibles. He does all the things that don't make the stat sheets. He sacrifices his body for the team time and time and time again. Gardini, BK short for Brooklyn, my hometown, sentimental to me. Gotcha, brother. Hey, in New York all day, Gardini. We're good with that. Rock, Gray Bond. Oh, good day, Bond. G'day, Bond, from Mrs. Basement. Mr. Marine was good food, lost 18 pounds in this month alone. My gosh, man. Hey, but you're still with us, man. You're still with us, man. Shaping up. 18 pounds this month alone. Wow. Well, you're getting back on the men, man. Back on the men. Almost out of there, Mr. Marine. Raleigh, heading back to work. Have a good one, gents. See you tomorrow, Raleigh. Good stuff, man. Thanks for dropping in that like. Get it out of there, guys. Come on, clear it out. We got the kid line out there. Lafreniere, Hedel, Kako. You know who they are. You guys already know our fourth line, VC, Mod, and Goodrow. We got a monsters, man. Monsters. Come on, Rangers. Let's go. 9:25 left in the first period. Still 0-0. 9:25 left in the first period. Keep it rolling. And by the way, the Devils are only 1 point behind the Hurricanes. We're all there. It's the Hurricanes, the Devils, and then us. And then the Islanders are like 12 points behind us in fourth place. So we are like right there. This Metro can go to the Canes, the Devils, or the Rangers. It's anybody's game right now. Anybody's. Good save, Igor. Good save. And for those just coming in, just so you guys know, a weekly wrap, the last 8 games, Igor is 7-1. 7-1 with a 209 goal GAA, goals against average, and a 928 save percentage. So he is killing it. And Mika Zibanejad got the NHL Player of the Week. 4 games, 5 goals, 4 assists. He's killing it. True, but if I lost 18 pounds, it would be like throwing a Tic Tac off the Queen Mary. Oh, that's funny, True. Good one, man. Good one, man. Bruin, let's go. US. Yeah, I'm going to check. I'm turning over to USA in between periods. Way back. When are you on next, JB? Should be tomorrow night. I think the Knicks play the Magic tomorrow night. I think. Checking right now. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, the Knicks are playing the Magic. The Magic aren't a very good team, but who cares? The Knicks need to bounce back after ruining Julius Randle's 57-point game last night. 57 points. I think it's the fourth best game by a New York Knick. Carmelo Anthony has 62 points in a game. That's the record. And we lose. I mean, the Timberwolves are a decent team, so it's not like we lost to a bad one, but goodness gracious, 57 points. Give me a Rocco. Basement mascot accounted for. Ready for Rangers action. Rocco in the basement. DC, they needed Ryan Lindgren back, man. He's been sorely missed. Like Igor always says, he thinks Lindgren blocks more shots than he does. So, guys, tonight, Mrs. Basement, Mr. Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines for a full praying for a full recovery. That's from Mrs. Basement Rock, Mr. Marine. Gardini, pitching rotation got me concerned because Japan using their all-star pitchers, we using scrubs. If we beat honest with solid MLB players, but not our elite. Hey, not all those guys wanted to play in it either, you know? Not all of them wanted to play in it. 8:50 left in the first period, back from commercial break. Right now, we got our fourth line out there, Mott Goodrow and Jimmy Vesey. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Come on, Rangers, get a goal. Let's go. We're right in front of the net. Remember, the last three games, 17-2. I've never seen anything like it the last couple of games. This team has been on fire. Going for 5 straight wins if we can win tonight. Need these points, man. Trout with a double. Captain America showing up. Nice. Gunner got into a disagreement with someone on Instagram. Guy said I'm an idiot for saying Baker Mayfield is that good of a quarterback. You're saying you lost me there, Gunner. Got into a disagreement. Guy said I'm an idiot for saying Baker Mayfield is that good of a QB. You saying he's a good QB? We'll see man. He's going to run out of room, man. He's going to run out of rope if he doesn't do anything with Tampa Bay. What has he been on 4 teams in the last year and a half? Number 1 overall draft pick. Boy, they trashed Zach Wilson, but man, justifiably so. But Baker has, number 1 overall draft pick. He's been on what? The Browns, the Panthers, the Rams, and now the Bucks. He's going to run out of teams soon enough. He's going to run out of teams. True, he's been on 3 in the last 3 seasons. Those were all the teams. Gunner, you're right. He's going to resign or keep him. No one's going to want him, man, if he can't do it. Giannini, yes, Rocco needs yeah. She calls him needy baby, greedy baby, and I am at fault for that. I spoil him a lot, as you guys all know. The wine, that's all because of me. It's all because of me. I admit it. It's all because of me. He is a needy, greedy, needy baby, greedy baby. Yep, that's it, Rock. Come on, shoot that! Shoot it! All right, come on, Crowdy. Just a little bit ahead of him on the puck. Just a little bit ahead of him. A little bit ahead. .620 left in the first period. Bruin, feels like it's been a while since we've seen Rocco. Hey, the weather's getting warmer. He's been hanging out with our son upstairs a little bit, and then he's been outside a little bit longer. So He's been around, man. Bon, I did my tips today. I got to do mine too. I'll be working on those today or tomorrow morning when I get up. I know these rounds are coming up again. I got to start getting up at 4:30 in the morning again for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So yeah, man. It's all good. Bagger, another cellar dweller accounted for, another Aussie in the basement. Bagger's here. And for those that want to know, Trouba was the first Long Islander in the basement. Trouba's from Long Island in the basement. I'm going to run that for a little while, Trouba. I forgot to do that today. That's because of Willis Reed. So we get a pass on that one. We're celebrating his life. And rest in peace to him. So, good day, Mr. Marine. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Marine, Rocco is the leader of the basement. You're not kidding, man. You are not kidding. I'm just waiting for – he's right here. He's right here, right on my ankle, man. So he'll go to sleep eventually. Rocco's been whining to be in the basement. That's right. Bruin. Oh, yeah, Bruin. Oh, Rocco. Yeah, that's right. Bond, good day, Mr. Marine. Hope you're doing well. Blues or Cats, Bond? Come on, save that. There were 4:35 left in the first period. Boy, we've been spoiled by the Rangers the last couple of games. It would have been 5-0 already if this was the Penguins and the Predators game. But the Canes are in first place for a reason, and they're probably a little upset that no one's talking about them. They're talking about of course, everybody's talking about the Bruins. Now everybody's talking about the Rangers. Nobody's talking about the Hurricanes, and they're in first place. They're in first place. The Bruins, for you Aussies, the Bruins are not in our division. They're in the Eastern Conference, but they're not in our direct division. Carolina is number 1. We're number 3 in this division, but we're moving up the ladder. Truman, there's at least 2 quarterbacks. Wait, is that right? Truman, there's at least 2 quarterbacks I'd rather have at least 2 QBs I'd rather have Mayfield over. Yeah, Zach's one of them. Gardini, Baker Mayfield's the most atrocious number 1 pick in the last 10 years. That's a tall order, man. We've had some bad ones over the years. I always find it funny when Ryan Leaf rips on the Jets. It's like, dude, what did you ever do in your career? Like, I mean, you got to be kidding me. Ryan Leaf would have been perfect if he was on the Jets. It would have been a perfect marriage. Bruin, Rocco. Yeah, that's Bond, Mr. Marine. Great to hear, mate. Gardini, only quarterbacks I'd rather have Baker over is Zach. That's it. I just said that, right? Hey, Gardini, we're in agreement. Bruin, Johnny Manziel was worse. Johnny Manziel was really all that hype. Yeah. I'd have to say. And you know what's funny? Johnny Manziel rips on Baker Mayfield. Well, when he was on the Browns anyway. He ripped on him a lot. Bagger, I'm torn, Bond. BK Reaper. Hey, by the way, you want to see something funny? I'm going to show you something funny because when I get my figures and those things up on the wall, you know what this guy at the memorabilia, not Frank from the Sports Cave, not Frank, a different place in a market that we go to. You want to see something I got? The guy practically gave it to me. He gave it to me for $10. He just wanted it out of his store. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Johnny Manziel. Look at that. Is that insane or what? Maybe it'd be worth something one day. The guy gave it to me for $10. I'm not kidding you. He wanted it. He said no one was buying this. It was in his store forever. I said, I'll take it for $10. Maybe one day there's some Johnny Manziel freak fan that would pay a lot for this. But this is worth nothing. But I took it anyway. It's a good conversation starter. 4:05 left. Carolina is all over our zone right now. They're in our zone, and we cannot clear the puck out. And we got the whole squad back there. Whole squad. Big Bear, I hate this Carolina team a lot less now that D'Angelo's got. Tony D'Angelo, what a piece of garbage that guy is, huh? And I'm glad he's off the Rangers, too. I never liked that dude. That guy's got a big mouth. He's got a lot. He's got too much to say, man. It's just a nasty. How perfect that him is on the Flyers right now with Tortorella, huh? What a freaking what a combo. I agree with you, Big Bear. Now that D'Angelo's gone, there's not as much to hate over there. And we took Vinny from them, so we're all good. We took one of their better players away. 3:20 left in the first period, 0-0. Boondy, what's going on? Another cellar dweller accounted for in the basement. What's up, Boondy? What's happening? Trey, another cellar dweller accounted for. Trey's in the basement. What's up, Trey? We need to keep this good run going. Hell yeah, we do. And this is our test. We got to take Carolina here and then take them in their house on Thursday. That would put us 2 points behind them before our game against the Panthers on Saturday. That would put us 2 points behind them, man. And the Devils are right there, too. This is anybody's stuff, anybody's game. Truba. Mrs. Basement wants to know what part of Long Island are you from, Truba? What area? Go Rangers! Yes! Yes! Boom, 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 boom! Tyler Mott, our fourth line has been putting the pressure on a lot. Our fourth line has been bringing the pressure. I told you guys, this is a top 6 line. This fourth line is a top 6 line. Heck with that, man. Our third and fourth line, our bottom 6 guys are top 6 on other lines in the league. They'd be a top 6 on a lot of lines in the league. Look at that shot. Beautiful. Dave, I think, Dave, I think the Cats' injuries will cost them the game. Oh, Stewart. That's a big, oh, man. Stewart and DeConin, right? DeConin, is he? I think he's coming back, though, isn't he? Gardini, the Knicks without the K. The Knicks without the K. Always turn role players into Hall of Famers for a game. How do you lose to Prince, especially when Julius drops 53? Dude, he dropped 57. And, yeah, I know. Prince was 8 of 8. Guy averages 8 points a game and hits 35 again. The Knicks came out, again, using Truba's word yesterday, lethargic. Had they not played so poorly in that first freaking half, man, the Knicks would have won that game. Julius Randle was just killed it yesterday, man, but nobody woke up in time. The rest of the team did it. Brunson was okay. RJ was okay. Like, nobody else really stepped up. Go! We got a breakaway almost. Kako! Oh, I got taken back. Under 2 minutes left now. 1-0 Rangers. 1-0 Rangers. Let's go. Mr. Marine, damn, Kane's 30 games over. Yeah. They're no joke. Bond, Gardini, I just read that. Boondy, you have a great man cave, but where's your Brizzy Lions merch? I got it right here. Boondy, give me a minute. At the end of the period, I'll show it to you. It's on the other side of the wall here, brother. Rock, it's coming. Yep, it is coming. Truba, he should have paid you to take it. I know. Hey, listen. I said I'll take it because you never know down the road. They don't make that style anymore. So maybe 75,000 years from now, my great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren could have, they might get $100 by then for that thing. I took it anyway just for the hell of it. I don't care. I said, man, give me that thing. I'll take it. Trust me, it's not one of my brightest moments, man, taking that, but I took it. I just shoot that, Tarasenko. Come on. Zibanejad, another shot. Missed. Bruin, wow, Rock, wow. What are the odds of that, Bruin? You bring up Manziel, and I forget I have him up there half the time. He is the least. People have come down here and been like, is that Johnny Man? That's not Johnny Manziel, right? They're like, tell me that's like Brian Sipe or Bernie Kosar or something up there. Not Brian Sipe, remember him? I was like, nope, that's Johnny Football. I know, it's fun. See, it's a conversation starter, see? I took it for laughs, man. What the hell? Mr. Marine, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay! End of the first period, 1-0 Rangers. We need these points. Anybody new in the basement, subscribe, bell notice, like button. Keep that basement rolling. And we're turning to the World Baseball Classic for the finals. The USA right now is playing. We're just going to check that out for a minute in between periods. Trouba, let's go. Big Bear. Mott, Big Bear. Miss Rock. Trouba says he grew up in Massapequa, Farmingdale. Mrs. Baseman worked at Sunrise Mall, Massapequa in the 80s from Amityville. Look at that, Trouba. See, I told you, man, we were close. Trouba, I lived at the Sunrise Mall. Man, you guys might have met each other, didn't even know it, Trouba. You might have ran into Rock and didn't even know it. Hey, man, I told you, we were all up and down Sunrise Highway. She was there before before we got together. Worked at Sunrise Mall in the 80s from Amityville. Isn't it crazy? Trouba, what a small world, man. What a small world. Telling you, man, rode the whole rail. I went Babylon all the way in. 17 stops, I think it was. 17 stops if you didn't get the express. 17 stops from Babylon into Penn Station in Manhattan. I believe it was 17 if I remember correctly. I haven't done that ride in a while. Gunner, did Cleveland fail Baker or did Baker fail Cleveland? Oh, Baker failed Cleveland. How do you give Baker Mayfield, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt? That is a great offense, man. You could do nothing with it. Nothing. Zero. Guy ran his mouth a lot, and I think that Manziel was worse than him. Trey, Mott is an instant fan favorite for a reason, no doubt. Look at the opportunity that Tyler Mott and Jimmy Vesey are taking as their second time around on the Rangers. Look at what they are doing. Taking full advantage. These guys are beasts now, man. They're beasts on this team. Vesey and Mott, and they're on the same line, our fourth line. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Trouba, I'm a little older. A little bit. You're a little bit older than Rock and I. You're, what were you, 65, I think you said, Trouba. So, yeah, you're older than us. And you can have it. Mr. Marine, Johnny, 88 jersey, is that the new one or the old one? It's the old one. You know how old this one is? Mr. Marine, it's 20 years old. I got this when we got who? I got this when we got Eric Lindros on the Rangers in 2002. He scored 37 goals for the Rangers that year, and I think he had 19 assists. He had like 70-ish points. Yep, Eric Lindros. The original 88. No, I was excited when the Rangers got him, man. I went right out and got that jersey. He did. He scored 37 goals his first season with us. So he was a lot of people think he did absolutely nothing for the Rangers. No, that's not true. Rock, we read that. Gunner, Baker had two great running backs, very solid wide receivers, top 5 O-line, decent tight end, but people say they didn't support him. Hey, listen, I don't know what happened with him and OBJ. Look at Odell when he went to the Rams and played with Matthew Stafford. If he didn't get hurt in that Super Bowl, he could have went for MVP. Look at it's like Odell was like all of a sudden he came back around. So it wasn't him, and all the complaining that was going on between the two players. Remember when Randy Moss left and went to the Raiders? It's like he was retired for 2 years. He didn't have a quarterback throwing to him. And then he goes to Tom Brady and the Patriots. He went from Culpepper and Jeff George. If you remember, Jeff George was on that Vikings team. And then he went to the Raiders. It's like he wasn't even in the league anymore for 2 years. And then Moss reemerged when he got back with a real quarterback. So a good quarter. I got to get a new chair down here. This chair keeps lowering. Anyway. Metallica Stallica, what's going on, my man? What is happening, man? Another bag in the basement. Hit that like button. Thanks for stopping in, my man. What's going on? Booney, it's funny you say the bottom 6. It's important for an ice hockey squad in AFL. They say it's not your best 6 players that will win you the flag. It's the quality of the bottom 6. No doubt, Booney. When we say top 6, bottom 6 in hockey, the top 6 is your left wing, center, and right wing. Defense has nothing to do with it. Your top 3 guys on the first line, top 3 on the second line. Those are your top 6. Our bottom 6, yes, our fourth line. It's a good point, Boondy. Our fourth line, just like the AFL. This line here would be a top 6 on a lot of teams. Our bottom 6, it sounds like a bottom 6, like they're going. If you didn't watch hockey, you would think like, oh, bottom 6, they must not be good. Not true. Our bottom six would be a top six on a lot of teams. A lot of teams. So make no mistake, man, the Rangers are stacked. And now we're starting to gel. Bruin, hey, Joe. Yep, Bond, Pickett for Melbourne, got 3 weeks suspension for his big hit against the Bulldogs. Player Buddy got 2 weeks. He got 2 weeks? I thought he only got 1 week. Buddy Franklin got 2 weeks for that hit. It was unnecessary, man. You see his arms weren't even going for the ball. He ran by Collins and just kind of cracked them, man. They were up by 48 points. It was unnecessary. Ted Nasty, another cellar dweller accounted for in the base. What's up, Ted? Power Rangers going to get 10. Oh, if they got 10 goals against the Hurricanes, who are in first place, there will be fights. Yeah, Aussies that are learning the sport. Remember when we were saying the Predators when they were getting destroyed? They're a West Coast team. It's not a rivalry, so there really wasn't any bad blood there. If we start putting a beat down on Carolina like that tonight, oh, you better believe there's going to be ugliness in there. Like when the Penguins, when we beat them 6-0. By the way, the Penguins 2 games in a row, we beat them 10-2 combined. That's why there's chippiness, cheap shots, fights, dirty hits. That's a rivalry game in hockey. When you're playing like Predators, Rangers, that's not a rivalry game. There's generally not fights. But neither is Calgary Flames. What happened in that game way back when people were taking a ride on the Trouba train. Oh, man, so you never know. You never know. Trouba, I have a 42-year-old son. My gosh, he's only 8 years younger than me. There you go, Trouba. Congratulations. I know, man, time goes right by, man. Kid's getting older, Trouba. Man, wow. I didn't know he had a son that old, 42. Wow. Gardini, Trey Turner is him. What'd he do? He hit a home run? I've been reading the thing. It was that commercial when I was looking. Hold on. Let me get to it. Oh, there it is. There it is, and there it went. What's going on? Trey Turner just hit a home run. It's 1-0. Hold on. Cedric Mullins is up right now. He's hitting .333. Cedric Mullins, a center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles. I like him, man. He's a very good player, man. Very good player. Booney, dude, your sports knowledge on point. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Like I said, we don't have the greatest we don't have the hugest chat in the world, but we have a lot of educated guys in here, man. Trust and believe. I don't know everything. We know a lot in here. We all know a lot in here, and we all call each other out when we get something wrong. It's how it works in the basement. So I appreciate the shout out there, Boondy. Thank you, man. Metallica, great show, Johnny. Hey, man, thanks a lot, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliment. Trouba, when your fourth line scores, that's a bonus. Mott has been on fire. And you notice even when we don't score, that fourth line is in the goalie's face, no matter who we're playing. That pressure they're putting on, because, again, VC and Tyler Mott coming back for a second chance on the Rangers has really taken that opportunity and run with it. It's obvious in the way they play. It's obvious when they're out there. They're enjoying being out there. They're not out there collecting a paycheck. This whole team is enjoying being out there, and they want that ring. They want that ring. Remember, Mika and Chris Kreider at that podium when we lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning. When you allow a back-to-back defending champion like the Lightning back in a series, you can't do that, man. You just can't do it. We're up 2-0 in a 4-game series, and then 2-0 in game 3. And they're like, oh, the Rangers were like this. Oh, that should be enough, right? We should be able to take out Tampa. That should be enough. Nope. That was the last time we had. That was it. We blew the next 4 games in a row. You can't take your foot off the gas. You got to keep it rolling. Trouba, I read that. I read that. Ted, Albert, Al Bundy of Pokai Panthers' greatest quarterback, ran for 4 touchdowns, did he not? Pokai, Al Bundy, 4 touchdowns. Can you imagine how many real-life guys are out there like that in their 40s or 50s, and they're living on their high school accolades? There are guys, there are Al Bundys out there, man. That is funny. Thanks for bringing that up. Lockport, Gardini, Turner walking away with MVP of the tournament. Yo, man, he hit that big grand slam the other day, man. That's incredible. Yeah, he's definitely I can't say I've watched the whole tournament, but I watched a lot of the highlights, man. I got to keep up with a lot. The AFL, wrestling. Man, I'm on top of a lot of stuff, but I've been watching a lot of the highlights. But We're on here now. Mookie Betts is up right now. Oh, Betts just knocked that out of the park until he got caught. So forget that one. I'm not in baseball mode yet, man. I'm not. He hit the ball. I'm like, oh, that's gone. And then I saw the outfield. I'm like, oh, that's not gone. Hey, it was gone until it wasn't. Trey, I think Garrett Wilson becomes the next Devontae Adams with Rodgers. Listen, Trey, if Garrett Wilson can get 1,100 yards with 3.5 quarterbacks, Mike White, Joe Flacco, Chris Streveler, our practice quarterback, those are your 3 quarterbacks, and a half of one in Zach Wilson, he had 1,100 yards in Offensive Rookie of the Year. What is he going to do with Aaron Rodgers? Right. I agree with you. Trey. That's a great point, man. I don't see why not. Guy's got great moves after the catch, too. I'm curious to see what Elijah Moore does with Rodgers. Elijah Moore looked really good when Mike White was throwing to him, man. Zach never threw to him. But then again, Zach never really threw to anybody. Mr. Marine, Ted Nasty, yes, he was MWC. Awesome show. It's an incredible show. I still watch replays of Married with Children, man. Come on. That show never gets old. I don't care the era it's in now. That show never gets old. I love that show. Come on. Mom's Mystery Pack. What did Peggy have in the refrigerator? Mom's Mystery Pack. Remember the show with Anthrax? Oh, that was hilarious. Texas, another cellar dweller accounted for. Texas in the basement. What's up, brother? Good to see you in here, man. Boondy, have you heard about Australia's Ice Hockey League? I have. The PHL, the Pacific Hockey League. I sure have. I've seen Adelaide Avalanche. The Adelaide Avalanche. I've seen a couple of their highlights on YouTube, but yes, I have heard of the PHL, and that's because of Mikhailov, another OG cellar dweller that we haven't seen in a little bit, but he was the one that entertained me into watching some of that stuff. Pretty decent hockey, Boondy. Pretty decent hockey, man. DC Goodrow might be one of the most underrated free agent signings in the NHL in recent memory. Yeah, and he had just won a ring with the Lightning. And he came over here. He was a solid pickup. I liked it when they got Goodrow. Definitely. Yep, I liked it when they got Goodrow, man. I thought that was a real decent pickup, man. Another veteran leadership, and he's got the ring already. Boondy, let's go Rangers. Damn you, Johnny. You got me hooked. Of course, man. You got to be, man. You guys help me out so much with the AFL. Please ask questions. If I miss it in the comments, one of our guys in here can answer it. Mr. Marine, Truba, Gunner, Bruin. These guys can answer these questions too, man. They know they're good with their hockey. Even Gunner has gotten into hockey again, and he's good with it too, man. So Texas can answer questions, man. We got some hockey knowledge guys in here. For the Aussies that want to learn more, please drop questions in here. We got plenty of guys in here that know what's going on if I missed the question. Trust and believe. We help out in the basement. Now that one's gone. 1-1. Japan just hit a home run. It's 1-1. Boy, first pitch. Bottom of the second. I'm going back to hockey, guys. 1-1. We'll let Gardini keep updating us. I used to, Boondy. I used to follow a lot of UFC. I used to know everything about the UFC, man. I have fallen behind in that. I've been falling behind in UFC and mixed martial arts. I was very big on it. I just got wrapped up in a lot of things, man. Life happens. But, I'm talking back like when, remember like, the Liddell, the Tito Ortiz, when Ken Shamrock had the Lions Den and Tito beat all those guys and the King of Mean, what was his name? Jardine, Keith Jardine, the Dean of Mean. Remember him? And I was into a lot of that. BJ Penn and Matt Serra and Matt Hughes. I was into a lot of that, man. I remember when Matt Serra beat Matt Hughes. That was like really embarrassing, man, for Matt Hughes. Then George St. Pierre. No, excuse me. He beat George St. Pierre, and then Matt Hughes let Matt Serra know, what it's all about. I remember a lot of that stuff, man. But I haven't followed it in a long time, Boondy. And it's not by choice. It's just kind of the way it happened. DC, between Sauce, Brees, and Garrett, the Jets have an insane draft class. You're not kidding, man. You got the offensive and defensive rookie of the year out of that class. And Brees Hall would have pushed Garrett Wilson for it. Remember, when Brees Hall went out in week 7, he had a 5.8 yards per carry average through 7 weeks. That is insane. He could have challenged Garrett Wilson for that offensive rookie of the year. Think about that. And after he left, The Jets running backs, Michael Carter, James Robinson, and then Bam Knight. Bam Knight was pretty decent, and James Robinson got pushed off. I think he's on the Dolphins now. And Michael Carter, I don't know what happened to him this year. He was really a lot better last year. He ended up with like a 3.8 yards per carry average. Once Brees left, man, everything went – we lost like 2 yards per carry average on when he went out. But, yeah, the Jets, I mean, they already have the elite defense. We'll see what happens. Listen, I'm a Jet fan for over 4 decades. I'm cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic is the best I can put it. Texas, speaking of Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill was part of the Steelers in 69. Do you know he's an MMA too? He was a grappler. He was a part of the Steelers? I didn't know that, Texas. I didn't know that. You remember the show Hunter, Fred Dreyer? He was part of the Rams, and he's the only defensive end to ever have 2 safeties in one game. 2 safeties in one game. Fred Dreyer, true story. If that's been beaten, I don't know about it, but I know there's only one guy that's ever done it that I know is Fred Dreyer. Hunter, Rick Hunter. Remember that? I used to watch that show when I was a kid. So I didn't know that, Texas. Did not know that. Gunner, I'm excited to see what we do with Damian Harris. Yeah, man. Right. Hey, Gunner, where did Devin Singletary go? I saw him gone. I cannot remember where he went. Trey, Zach Wilson is great at throwing 10 yards over the head of a running back on a screen pass. Yeah. And you know what? That's the good thing about that, Trey, is he actually got it up in the air and not throwing it 5 yards short of him. Unless he plays the Patriots where he likes to throw interceptions the whole game. Hey, buddy, he's great with the soccer moms. He's the GOAT of soccer moms. Don't forget that. Zach, he could do it better than you. He's the GOAT of soccer moms. You don't even dare enter that world with Zach. 2-meter Peter Bonds, full forward, had surgery on his shoulder, sir. Oh, man, went great. He should be back soon. Booney, I'm in the States around September. Where are you? I'll come visit. We're all in New York, man. When we get closer to the date, we'll try to all hook up for a game, an NFL game. If I meet people, man, I usually like meeting people at games. So that would be awesome, man. I'm going to Buffalo for the Rangers and Sabres. I'm going next week. Next Friday, I'm going to be up there with Gunner and Lockport and Thunder Dan, Bills King Mafia. And Peso. We're all going to be there, man. So usually, Boondy, we like to hook up at games. Gunner, Wilson's accuracy wouldn't be as bad if they counted passes caught by opponents. True. That's true, man. Good point, Gunner. Good point. You know what's funny? I will give Zach this. And this is where Mike LaFleur screwed up. I'll give Zach this. Honestly, if you look at the passes he can complete, they're 30 to 50 yards downfield rolling out of the pocket. Honestly, if you look at them, that's his best one. But I'm not going to sit here and have a whole Zach Wilson conversation. But if you watch him, those are the best plays that he does. Rolling out, throwing passes 30, 40 yards, and he completes them. It's insane, but it's true. Can't make that up. Mr. Marine, Johnny Mystery Pack, why is hot in the fridge? Remember that? Scott Ian. Scott Ian was the one asking that. That's right. That was one of my favorite episodes when they were all snowed in. Good one, Mr. Marine. That's right. I forgot the why is it hot. I think Scott Ian was the one that took that out of the fridge. Ted, I never knew that about Ed O'Neill. Neither did I. That's wild. My cousin is a diehard Steelers fan. I wonder if he knows that. Just practice squad, but still he was a part of it. Yeah. I didn't know that. I knew like Brock Lesnar, some guys, he's on the Vikings, but I did not know Ed O'Neill was a part of that, man. I know that he was a MMA and he was I think he was a grappler. He was in jiu-jitsu or something like that. Something along those lines. I'm not well-versed in that area, but I'm pretty sure that he was a part of the MMA and trained with some real UFC fighters. He never fought in the UFC. I'm saying he trained with them or something like that. Like I said, don't quote me 100%, but I know he was a part of it. We're underway here in the second period. 1-0 Rangers. Let's get this going. We need more goals. Johnny Avi is speaking. Peso, OG cellar dweller accounted for and in the basement. What's up, Peso? Next week, brother. I can't wait to see you guys, man. DC, I honestly think Brees easily wins Rookie of the Year if he stays healthy. You got to agree with that, no doubt. Just think about it. You're competing against your teammate for Rookie of the Year. And Elijah Vera Tucker, another outstanding draft pick by Joe Douglas. He's had some bad ones, Zach Wilson. We know that. We had some bad ones. Zach Wilson. Denzel Mims. Do you think it was Denzel Mims or the quarterback play that he had to play with? I I always wondered about that because now he's so far down the receiver list, but can Denzel Mims go to another team and be a star with somebody else? I always wondered about him because he had a lot of high praise coming out of college and he never really produced. But then again, Brett Perriman was our number one receiver that year. That's when we were really bad with Adam Gase. Adam Gase, the quarterback whisperer, innovator for today's game. Jets fans, look who we signed. This is what we were sold from Woody Johnson and company. Man, Adam Gase just got fired. We hired him before anybody else could get him. They hired him fast. You would think it was Bill Walsh reincarnated. They hired Adam Gase so fast because he was the offensive coordinator for Peyton Manning. That's what they told us. Wow, Peyton Manning was on the Broncos. Like, what did Adam Gase do for Peyton Manning? That's like Patriot fans getting excited Bill O'Brien's back. It's like, dude, you had Tom Brady when you were on the Patriots. So what? Cares? This Bill O'Brien traded away DeAndre Hopkins for an old running back, David Johnson. I mean, like, who does that? I know there was some other pieces in there, but still, who trades away DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson? Who does that? Bill O'Brien. That's who does that. Hey, listen. They all run home to Daddy Belichick in the end. That's the point. Read that. Gardini, where'd you go? There you are. I'm taking a fun jab at the Mafia, but you guys signed Harris just to throw 90% of the time. Uh-oh. Gardini started off, I'm taking a fun jab. He's throwing it out there. He's throwing it out there. Throwing the meat out there. Singletary went to Houston. Okay. Texans, that's where he went. Where's Zeke going? Anybody have an update on Ezekiel Elliott? People were telling me the Jets were interested. I'm like, they're not interested in Ezekiel Elliott. Why in the world would the Jets take Zeke? Why would they want to have Ezekiel Elliott on our team? I don't want him on our team. We don't need him on our team. He can take his 3.8 yards per carry average. Good save, Igor. He could take that and go anywhere else with that, man. Yo, good save. Get it out of there. Where is the – there we go. Clear it out. Another shot on Igor. Guys, slow this down. Good. Igor held the puck. Just hold it. Slow it down. Where am I at? I'll pick it up at Nathan. Nathan, hey, I'm just dropping in to say hi. I'm watching the World Baseball Classic now. Viva USA. Let's go USA. Woo, the Stars and Stripes, big and bright, deep in the heart of Miami. Well, Nathan, man, that's awesome. Thanks for stopping in. Hit the like button, man, and I think it was 1-1. It must have been me. Japan hit that home run. You can blame that on me. I just turned to it. 2 pitches later, a pitch later, boom, gone. You can blame that on me. I'm like, what did I miss? To go to Soccer Moms. Who's that? Oh, Stephanie Kramer. Truba, I missed that, man. So I went right past that. Hey, that's Zach Wilson territory. Hey, no one's more the GOAT than Zach. At least, you know, I'm sure Brigham Young is very think about that. Zach is with Soccer Moms. Joe Namath was Broadway Joe, and Sam Darnold is the one that got mono. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Sam Darnold is the one that gets mono. Zach is out and about. Mark Sanchez was out and about. Joe Namath was out and about. But Sam Darnold's the one that got mono. I don't know where to go with that. How does that happen? Ted, Peso, he texts, Mr. Marine, Trouba Train. Yes, sir, beautiful as can be. Boondy, looking forward to it. Sounds like a family. Well, we're just starting it out, man. I do like to go to a lot of games. I haven't been live streaming that long, but we're all just getting it together, man. So the guys, the OGs in Buffalo, were also early ones in the basement with me and supporting the channel. So I tried to get to some Bills Jets games. That was in December. And it's just December's too busy a month here, man. I couldn't make it up there for that. But next week, and we'll be live streaming a little bit. I'll vlog. We're going to do vlogging when we're there. So you guys will be able to put a video out of all of us there at the game and during the game. So keep your bell notices on. March 31st, that's where we'll be, Buffalo, in Buffalo. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm going to have a great time. Hit that like button. Hit it. Let's go. 16:20 left in the second period. Still 1-0 Rangers. Looks like an icing on Carolina. Good. Icing. Bringing it back. Yeah, Booney, just keep us notified, man. We'll try to all get together for some games, man. No question about it. I'm all in. I'm all in. 16. Hold on a second. What happened here? What time does that game start next week? Is it 7? I think the game is 7 or 7:30 next week, guys. I haven't even looked at it. Something like that. Another icing on the Carolina. 1 second, guys. I'll come right back to you. I want to check something out for next week. It's a 7 o'clock start next week, guys. 7 o'clock. I didn't know if it was 7 or 8, 7:30. So anyway, who cares? That's next week. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Mr. Marine, Stephanie Crane, I read that. Nathan, Ted Nasty, read that. Boondy, looking forward, read that. Bond, everybody hit the like button. If you're new in here, subscribe, bell notice, like button. Keep the basement rolling. Mikola, back on defense. Kicking it back up. Everybody's changing lines. Boondy, looking for Boondy, do you think the Rams have traded away their future and was it worth the ring? Good question, Boondy. They traded away what? The 1st and 5th round this year, and I think they traded away their 1st and 4th round for next year, and a little bit more than that. Was it worth it for the ring? That's why they did it, to get the ring. What do you think the Jets are doing right now, trying to get a ring? As a 4 decades Jet fan, hold on. The Rangers are driving right now. Hold on. Shoot that puck. Come on, Keandre, kick it back in. Tarasenko, shot on net, save. Saved by Anderson. Trouba bringing it back in. We're at mid-ice right now, switching in some lines. Mika's back out there. Panarin's out there. Keandre's out there. I think Keandre and Trouba, I think, are switching now. Kako just came out. Going to the kid line. Keandre's on the bench leaning over, man. What happened to him? Did he get hit by the puck? What happened to him? We don't need him. We don't need anybody hurt. Nobody. Let me tell you something, Boondy. As a long-suffering Jets fan, in the 4 decades I've had, I've been a proud Jet fan. About 6 years out of the 45-plus years I've been a fan. The Jets want to go all in and get a ring and bring Aaron and do all that to get a ring, and then the Jets, let's say, become like a mediocre team for the next 2 to 3 years, 4 years, whatever. But we got that ring, man. I'll take it. Was not alive when the Jets got their ring. I've seen 4 AFC championship games, 82, 98, 09, and 10. At least 2 of those teams should have at least made the Super Bowl. They're the only one of my teams I've never seen in the championship. The Knicks I saw in 94 and 99. Lost them both, but I saw them. Yankees I've seen multiple championships, and Rangers I've seen won the championship. So I'll take the ring, man. I'll take the ring. So from a Rams perspective, they traded away all that to win a ring. So now they got to, suffer the consequences of trading away a lot of their future. But hey, it's all about the ring. So if you're asking me, if I'm a Rams fan, I'll take that ring. That's my opinion anyway. And that's because I can relate being a Jets fan. Gunner, why you got to disrespect Singletary like that? He wasn't a bad running back for Buffalo. He just didn't run the ball. That's what's weird. You need to run the ball. Josh Allen is John Elway of today's game, Gunner. John Elway never had a running back. I brought this up in this live stream a million times. But it's so similar. It's funny. The deeper you get it against the better teams that know you don't have a running back, Sammy Winder, Steve Sewell, these aren't real running backs. You're not going to win with them. And when you're carrying a team when you're carrying a team on your shoulders like Josh Allen's doing, wasn't he your leading rusher in 8 games this year for Buffalo? I know he led an elite rushing in at least 8 games for Buffalo this year. Probably more than that, but I know at least 8. That's not good, man. Eventually he's going to get hurt. They need a real running back there. Maybe James Cook, they should start working him a little bit more. He's a decent draft pick. He looked pretty good last year at times. Boone, I just read that. Gunner, I just read that. Trouba, it's always worth the ring. Right. Always worth the ring. So I'm saying that's what it's about. That's why you're going to trade away your future and do it. People ask me all the time, well, Rodgers, man, what if he only plays 1 year? Well, it looks like we better win the ring that year. I honestly want Lamar Jackson. If the Packers really going to hold out for listen, Aaron Rodgers is coming to the Jets. The compensation is going to be worked out. The Packers are not going to want to keep Aaron Rodgers and pay him all that money out of spite, anger, hate you, whatever. He's going to be on the Jets. It's just a matter. And I love Joe Douglas for not being like, hey, man, the Packers are like, well, the Jets must be desperate. No, the Jets could turn around and offer 2 first-round picks to Lamar Jackson. The Rams are willing to trade Stafford, right? So, I mean, they have options. Woody Johnson, it's my personal opinion, but I think Woody Johnson's the one that wants Aaron Rodgers more than anybody else. I really do. I think that's what's going on. I think he is so hell-bent on getting Aaron Rodgers. Joe Douglas is a great GM. He's had some misses, yes, but he's had some freaking home runs too. I really think that's what's going on here, guys. Guys, who has drafted the most Heisman Trophy winners in the NFL? Who has drafted the most Heisman Trophy winners in NFL history? Flex, get your PO box sorted? No, but it'll be sorted sometime this week or next week. Flex, promise you, man. I'm getting everything. I'm getting everything set up, man. Everything set up. That's coming. That is coming. So yeah, I'm doing it. I hit the scroll button and passed some guys. Hold on here, man. Man, I missed a lot. Boy, this chat is moving. Okay, why you got to disrespect Singletary like that? Okay, that's where I left off, Gunner. It's always worth the ring. Yep, true, but there you go. GB, another cellar dweller accounted for. Another Aussie in the basement. What's going on, GB? Rangers on a 2-minute power play right now. Remember, Ozzy, what's a power play? One team has 5, the other team has 4. There are other scenarios. We're just keeping it where it's at right now. One team has a man advantage over the other. More times than not, it's going to be a 2-minute penalty. More times than not. More times than not, it's going to be a 5-on-4, but you can get a 5-on-3. It has happened. It happens quite often, actually. Ted, you Singletary on the Texans now, 5'7". That's tiny for an NFL player. There's been a few guys that have been small that are pretty good, though. Pretty good. I mean, Saquon Barkley's not that tall, and he's a freaking really good running back, right? Barry Sanders, I don't think, was that tall. Darren Sproles. You guys remember Darren Sproles? He wasn't that tall. Dave Meggett wasn't that tall. He was Dave Meggett was more of a special teams kind of guy, though. Power play, 45 seconds left. Still 1-0 Rangers. 12-14 left in the second period. Holding tight. Trouba with the puck. Doing some transition. Mika bringing it up. Mika, our superstar player on the team. Nathan, I think they did it. It was worth it. Finally break through because they brought Stafford. The team would be better more years to come. Yeah, agreed. Trouba, Barry was barely 5'9". Barry was a pinball, man. You could not. A lot of the linemen said you couldn't even see Barry till he broke out. And once you saw him break out around the line, man, it was already too late. Shoot it! Oh, saved by Anderson. No, break away. Igor, save. Clear it out, Trouba. There you go. Put him on the Trouba train. Lay him out. Put him on the Trouba train. Come on. Good save by Igor. The Canes are putting the pressure on us right now, though. The Canes are in our zone, putting the pressure on. Remember, for you guys that don't know, the Canes are first place in our division. We're 6 points behind them. 1 win is 2 points. You get 2 points per win. We're basically 3 wins behind them right now. We could play them tonight, and we play them on Thursday night for the Aussies that just entered in, learning about hockey. That's where we are. This is a heated rivalry. This is big. And the Rangers eliminated Carolina in the playoffs last year in 7 games. So this is a big series this week. They're in our house tonight. Then we go to Carolina on Thursday. So we can rack up another 6 points. 4 points. We can rack up another 4 points, including the big win 7. This could be an 8-point week overall if we take Florida on Saturday, too. Just about halfway through the second period, 1-0 Rangers. Trouba, if Shefsky gets back to form, nobody will want to play this Rangers team. Right. And Trouba, I don't know if you were in here at the time when I said it, but in the last 8 games, Igor's 7-1. He's got a 209 goals against average and a 928 save percentage. He's coming back. Igor's coming back. I honest to God think that he put the pressure of last season's historical Vezina Trophy season. Historical, man. Not many goalies did what he did. 2.07 goals against average, 935 save percentage. I really think Igor came out feeling like he had to match that. I really think that's what happened to him. That's my opinion. I don't know if that's the case. That's just my opinion. I really think that Igor came out trying to match that or feeling the pressure that he had to. We're going to commercial right now. 9:35 left in the second period. 1-0 Rangers. That'd be like Aaron Judge coming out and putting pressure on himself trying to hit 62 bombs again. Listen, you had a historical season, not one that's matched very often. Enjoy it. Come into this year, and let's just focus on what we got to do. Let's focus on the cup. Gardini, Bill O'Brien might be one of the worst GMs in history, but I'll give him for a few years in Houston. They had top 5 offense, great offensive mind. They did. I mean, he's not horrible, but I mean, he's bounced around a little bit. And, he's running. It's just the whole thing that none of Belichick's assistants can make head coaches. None of them. None of them. They all run home to Daddy Belichick. The worst, of course, being Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. How he allowed – Bill Belichick is the greatest coach, right? The greatest defensive mind on top of that the game's ever seen. I don't rip on Bill Belichick, but I don't understand how you allow Matt Patricia to call your offense. Talk about coaching. You went from McDaniels to rookie of the year candidate. Mac Jones went to one of the worst quarterbacks in the game this sophomore year. Why is that? McDaniels left. Matt Patricia came in. Matt Patricia also couldn't coach Matthew Stafford, who went on to win a Super Bowl, granted with another team, but you couldn't even coach there. Just saying. I don't understand how that happened. Ted, Barry Sanders was electrifying to watch. Imagine if he had the Cowboys O-line. You know what's kind of funny, Ted? They tried to put this guy, touchdown, Tommy Bardell. That's just a joke. That was his name. They tried to make Barry for a short time run behind a fullback, Tommy Bardell. He didn't really run very good when someone had to block and he had to follow blocks. He was like a real pinball. So I don't know. I mean, he'd been amazing behind that line for sure. But I'll tell you what, Barry was like insane. He was insane. He has some of the most amazing highlights, man. He's one of my favorite running backs of all time. Trouba, Shesterkin. Yeah, that's I think he said that. Yeah, that's Shesty. Ted, Barry Sanders was I just read that. Gardini, only thing I'll say about Zeke, still a top 5 to 10 goal line back in the league, still valuable. You're right, but I don't want him. But I know what you're saying on the goal line. He's still got some wheels, of course. He's still got some wheels, but I wouldn't want him on my team. Not at this point. Maybe a few years ago, but not now. I honestly thought Houston was going to go after him. Come on, man. Clear it out. Come on, Vinny. Get it out of there. 9:05 left in the second period. Gardini, what's the World Baseball score? What's the score? I don't even want to turn away from this game. I'm not going to. I actually can look on the computer. Come on, guys. Get more of a setup down there. We're looking a little sloppy right now. Big Bear, Igor. Let's go. Let's get another shutout. Can we get 3 shutouts in a row? Let me not jinx it. Let me be quiet. Flex, back from the shops. Got myself a butter chicken and a chicken Kiev pie for lunch. Man. Oh, Mikola, they're going to get ready to dance? They're going to dance? Nosen doesn't want any part of McCullough, man. Are we gonna square off here in a little bit? I told you guys, man, this is a rivalry. This is not the Nashville Predators, who wanted to get out of New York City as fast as they could. And the Predators are a good team, by the way. I'm just saying. Decent team. Decent. Flex, what's the score? It's 1-0 Rangers, 8:35 left in the second period. We win tonight, Flex, we'll be 4 points behind the Canes. If you weren't here for it, the team we're playing is in first place in our division. This is a monster matchup right now. And we're playing them again on Thursday. Igor, good save again. Gunner, Singletary was a good back for us. We just didn't like running the ball except on 2nd and 10. Right. Then it would be 3rd and 7, and Josh Allen had to take it from there. You are so right, man. You are right. Buffalo, man, 1st and 10, if they got nothing, it was handoff on 2nd and 10. Then it would be 3rd and 7, and you knew Josh Allen was going to run. Nathan, but he needs to go to a team that will use him and work with their scheme, because with Dallas, it just didn't work at all. No, and Tony Pollard became the man there anyway. Tony Pollard took over as the Dallas running back anyway. Gardini, Barry would have been special regardless, but his aura came from him getting crashed, -3 yards behind the line, 10 to 15 out of it instead of just running behind a wall. Barry Sanders is hard to critique that guy. It's hard to critique Barry Sanders, man. That guy is a machine. And he didn't even want any accolades. He didn't want the camera on him. He didn't do anything flashy. When he scored a touchdown, he just handed the ball to the ref. He didn't spike it. He didn't do any of this stuff. He didn't do anything. He was quiet. That's it. He didn't want to be interviewed. Nothing. He wasn't an ego. It's not that he didn't want to interview because he was an ego. He wasn't. He had no ego. None. Barry Sanders, man, retired too early, man. But he didn't want to bounce around to other teams. He would have had over 20,000 years. He would have had a record nobody would have broken. He would have passed Walter Payton, my favorite. He would have passed Walter Payton's record by 5,000 yards. I'm not kidding you. If Barry continued on, he'd have an untouchable record right now. Untouchable record right now. No joke. I love Walter Payton. That's the GOAT to me. Barry Sanders, though, sorry. He would have ran right past Walter's record by 5,000 yards easy. Easy. Gunner, I read that. Nathan read that. Gardini read that. Where am I? Where I haven't read. Truba, he's known as Shesty. Yes, he is. Okay, yep. Bruin, sounds like Darnold wasn't as lucky as the others. I know, isn't that crazy? All these other guys were, out there with women all the time. Broadway Joe, Mark Sanchez, yes, and Zach Wilson. But the nerdy Sam Darnold, who I always pulled for Sam Darnold, but the last guy on the planet, and he gets mono. It's just, you can't make this stuff up. Nathan, I was trying to figure out who. Oh, Shesterkin? Yeah, Shesty. Yep. 7 minutes left in the second period, doing a line change right now. Mikola behind the net, bringing it up. We got our fourth line out there of Mott, VC, and Goodrow is out there. I wasn't sure if he was actually out there. It's still somebody else. Mikola keeping it in, dumps it back in past the blue line. Bruin, I always think about Thomas Vanek whenever I see Nathan. Oh, man. Yes, Thomas Vanek. Good call, Bruin. When you see Nathan in there, Nathan Vanek, Thomas Vanek. Good call, Bruin. Interesting. I never thought about that till you just said it. Yeah, Ted, I've heard that also, Ted. What a save by Igor. Boom. What a save. You guys see this, man? He's on the ice. Shot. Brings his glove right up. What a save. I got to get a new chair. It keeps going down. What a save, man. What a save. Igor. Getting back to form right before the playoffs. Getting back to form. Back to form. Pressure behind the net now. Carolina's desperately trying to score. Desperately trying to score. Come on, Rangers. We need more than one goal, though. There's a lot of pressure on. The Canes are bringing the pressure on us right now. They are all over our zone. Puck went in the crowd. They are all over our zone right now. For you guys that want to know, The Carolinas Hurricanes, first place, 45-15. They're 45-15 and 8 overtime losses. The Rangers are 41-19 with 10 overtime losses, and that's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now. Yeah, Ted, the P.O. Box stuff, I know. I've heard. But you know what? It's the way it is, right, man? It's the way it is. Nathan, thanks. Japan scored a run. It's 2-1 Japan right now, Gunner. 2-1 Japan. Flex. Z's, it's Canucks versus Knights for NHL on KO today. Really? They're showing the Canucks and the Knights? They should be showing this game. The Knights are really good. They're one of the top teams in the West. The Canucks are pretty good. The Canucks are a pretty good team, but I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs this year. Boy, I really do need a new chair. They're not making the playoffs this year. They should be showing this game on KO. Wow. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, Z's. I see it now. Z's. Yeah, the Canucks and the Knights, man. The Vegas Knights. The one interesting thing with them, so you know, they're the first expansion team. Their first inaugural season in any sport, baseball, hockey, football, basketball. In their inaugural season, they made the finals with who? Gerard Gallant, the Rangers head coach right now. They lost to the Penguins. No. Who did the Knights lose to? The Capitals. They lost to the Capitals. I don't know why I always think the Penguins were the ones that beat them. It was the Capitals. Oh, no, Nathan, I got you, man. There's wait, where'd you go? Ted, hold on. True, I see a comment by you. I'm going to get to that in 1 second. Texas, who was around the 30s? Eagles, Steelers, Redskins, Bears, Packers, Dodgers, Lions. What did I miss? I missed something. Heisman started in the mid-30s, so there's that, right? Yeah, break it down, Texas. Did someone answer? I'm trying to make sure no one answered. Hold on. And we always have the honor code in here, guys. We've done from day one with the OGs. No one looks up answers. Just do you have honor with yourself, and no one looks up answers. So we always try to figure them out. If we don't know, we don't know. Heisman started in the mid-30s, so there's that. That's right, Texas. Start breaking it down. Nathan, first name. That's all I need. Oh, Cohen owns the New York Mets. Yes. Boy, I did miss some stuff. Packers, no, not the Packers, not the Packers. Cohen should buy the Jets. Yes, true, but I'm scrolling back up. I missed a lot. Hold on, guys. Let me catch up, man. Japan scored a run. All right, that's where I left off. Canucks versus Knights. Okay, now I see where I'm at. Well, you hit the scroll on the mouse just a little pull. Look at Sam Rosen honoring Willis Reed right now. By the way, for those that don't know, Sam Rosen, legendary Rangers announcer, probably one of the greatest commentators in hockey. Am I being biased? Probably. I'll put Sam Rosen and calling the game up against anybody. So, no, it's not the Packers. If you guys have answered her, I'm going to get down to it. Second period, 13 minutes left. Ted, dude, I think Rodgers is the missing championship piece. Plus, he's going to be motivated to prove himself. Oh, yeah. 1 second, guys.
A member of the Basketball Hall of Fame, one of the greats of all time, Willis Reed, not only a great player, but a great person, a great human being, and he will be sorely missed. The captain passing away at 18.
You guys, if you heard, you just heard Sam Rosen, man. That's what's up. Honoring Willis Reed, and you know Sam's known him. He knows everybody in the Garden. Sam also used to call the New York Giants games as well. Of course, you know what would happen to Aaron Rodgers' legacy if he came here and took the Jets, who haven't won a Super Bowl since 1969, and took a championship there? He's already going to the Hall of Fame for his ballot. He's already a legendary quarterback, right? We can pick it apart if we want. That's fine. I'm just saying he's a legendary quarterback of the era. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL of all time, right? He doesn't need to come to the Jets and prove anything else, but if he does and takes them to the promised land, he's going to be on his status. Like when Mark Messier came to the Rangers, he'd already won championships with Wayne Gretzky. He had won championships already, had rings, multiple rings. came to the Rangers. Look where Mark Messier is now. He was already a legend. He was already a legend, one of the game's greats. He won that ring in New York, man. They were down 3-2 in the Eastern Conference Finals to the New Jersey Devils in 1994. We were down 3-2. He guaranteed the Rangers were going to win the series, and he got a hat trick in that game. Aaron Rodgers could be on a Mark Messier status. Like legendary. You're already a legend. Now you're going to be up here. So, yeah, Rodgers is taking a chance, and the Jets are going kind of what the Bucs did with Tom Brady, right? So, yeah, Trouba, Cohen, if he was owner of the Jets, watch out. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Steve Cohen is like the Mets. Remember, hey, Trouba, remember all the years the Met fans complained about George Steinbrenner? Oh, he buys his players. It's not fair. It's not fair to the rest of the league. You guys buy your championships. All those Met fans that I knew from back then, I'm like, oh, you guys must hate Steve Cohen, right? Because you guys all hate he's a Steinbrenner type. You're getting the right players, getting the team together, trying to win rings. Wow, all the Met fans love Steve Cohen. Well, that's weird. You guys hated Steinbrenner and hated the Yankees for that for years. Now your team's doing all of a sudden, it's okay. All of a sudden, everything's good. Now, weird? I hope he performs for his sake. Yeah, I hear you on that. Packers, no. I'm trying to see some answers here. Guys, the question was, who has drafted the most Heisman Trophy winners? The most. What team has done it? Mr. Marine, the Raiders. No, not the Raiders. Trouba, I got it to be a terrible team. I say the Browns. Good guess, Trouba, but no, not the Browns. You're on the right track. You're on the right track, Trouba, but not the Browns. I'm scrolling down to look at the answers, guys, because you guys are getting in on this now. Rams, not the Rams. I like the way you broke that down, though, Texas. Eagles, Steelers, Redskins, Bears, Packers, Lions, Cardinals. Right. You're breaking it down, not the Rams. Barry Sanders ran best in the spread offense where he can maximize his elusiveness. Very good, DC. That's exactly what it did. Yep. If you ever watched him run in that 1 year, they tried it behind Tommy Vardell. It was not working for him trying to run behind a fullback clearing the way. It didn't work. Just didn't work. Look at highlights of it. Barry was better on his own. Trouba, definitely not the Giants. We had Ron Dane, Thunder and Lightning. Ron Dane, Tiki Barber, Thunder and Lightning. Boom, 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 boom. Ron Dane could not hit a hole to save his life. That's why when it comes to the draft and I'm listening to all the analysts saying, can't miss running back, can't miss quarterback, whatever. Until you get to the NFL, we'll see who misses and who doesn't. I don't buy into the can't miss. Ron Dane crushed all records in Wisconsin, right? Beat a lot of Ricky Williams records, right? Ron Dane. What happened there? I just looked down. I looked up. What's going on? Oh, nothing happened. Ron Dane, he'd get the ball and he would just like pause before he hit the hole. Like, dude, run like you did in college. The can't miss stuff, I hate that term. Oh, this can't miss. Remember Trent Richardson coming out of college? He was going to be the next humongous running back coming out. What happened to him? Reggie Bush had a decent career, but they were calling him like the next Barry Sanders, Marshall Faulk type. It was the next Marshall Faulk type, Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was a decent player. Matt Leinart was a can't-miss quarterback. He was a career backup his whole career. Dennis Green had him on the Cardinals, and Kurt Warner came there. He's like, Kurt Warner was supposed to help Matt Leinart along. Dennis Green was like, you can help him along by you being the starter, Kurt. Matt Leinart was a can't-miss quarterback. Remember that? Come on. Ron Dane, what a shout-out. Yeah, Trouba, he sucked. There you go. That is the right way to say it. Ted, imagine playing defense against Barry Sanders in high school and just thinking your team is awful. Yep. Oh, and he was the backup to Thurman Thomas at Oklahoma State, another Hall of Fame running back. Igor, Big Bear. I'm catching up. I'm trying to catch up on these. There you go, Texas. The Lions, the most Heisman Trophy winners, the Lions. They're the culprits. The Lions. Because this seat keeps sinking, I feel like I'm down here. I feel like I'm right down here. Like I'm like right along here. Very good, Texas. The Detroit Lions, and I believe the answer was 10. I think they drafted 10 Heisman Trophy winners to this day. Boondy, in the regular season, do they play the same team in a series, multiple games, or do they play different teams every week? Does that make sense? They usually stay within the conference. They do play out of conference from time to time, but the Eastern Conference, they do play multiple games. The Carolina Hurricanes and the Rangers will play multiple games. They play in the Metro Division. They will play multiple times. Them, the Capitals, the Penguins, the Flyers, the Islanders. Boondy, if you ever want to hate a New York team, hate the Islanders. If you want to hate just a team in general, just hate them. They're the only New York team I will not go for. They're the only New York. I'll go for a Boston Bruins over them. They're a horrible organization. But no, we play multiple games a week. New York Rangers over the last 9 games have killed 23 of 25 power plays. Why am I bringing that up? Carolina Hurricanes are on a power play right now. 1:23 left in that. 2:30 left in the second period. Gunner, he's still playing. He's having a good year, too. Flex, do you like watching AFL players running through the banner at the start of the game? The funny stuff they put on there. I love that, Flex. I love that. I think that was awesome. I absolutely love that, man. That is a hilarious thing. And you know what? It's a good time, man. It's showing what showing good side to the players, man. It's cool. I'm getting used to a lot of this stuff. Trying to see the baseball. I'm trying to pull up the baseball stuff right now. Save, get it out of there. You go, come on, defense, wake up. One of the Canes lost his stick. Oh, it broke in half. He's got to get another stick. All right, we're doing line change. 38 seconds left on the Canes power play. 1:44 left in the second period. 1-0 Rangers still. We're still pitching a shutout. Igor, another quick glove save. Igor. Ted, is Ovechkin still playing? Oh, yeah, he's going after Wayne Gretzky's record. You better believe he's still playing. Has he hit 40 goals yet? The dude's 37 years old, man. He hit over 50 goals last year. He's got at least close to 40. Let me see. You guys know? I think he has somewhere in 38 to 40 goals. He's got to be in that area by now. Boondy, sometimes teams a couple times a week, a lot of time in one game at a time. Right. Bruin, yes, Ted, but I think he's out with an injury, though. No, his father passed away, I think. Yeah, Ted, this chat speed is Mach 1 tonight. You're not kidding. I'm trying to keep up. Trey, Sam Rosen is one of the most unbiased play-by-play guys. It seems like every other team has a complete homer calling games. Amen. You nailed it. 100%, Trey. 100%. Sam Rosen will get that rebound, man. Get that rebound. Come on. We need that goal. We almost had a shorty. There. Hold on a second, guys. Vinny took the first shot. Now there's a penalty. Tyler Mott was right on top of Anderson, the goalie. Hooking call. So we're getting that at the end of their power play. The Rangers are getting on a power play. We got 1:10 left in the second period. 2-minute power play. What does that mean? We're going to have about 50 seconds at the start of the third period because the power play does carry over. It does carry over. Ovechkin scored his 40th tonight. 40th. So what does that put him? About 75 goals behind Gretzky's record. And if he Aussies, Wayne Gretzky holds the all-time most goals, 894 goals in his career. That's the most all-time. And when his record goes down, he'll still have about 60 records in his back pocket, man. So I think Wayne will be okay. Shoot it! I'm not kidding you. He has about 60 records combined, regular, and he has 61 right now, pretty sure, including the goal record that should be broken by Ovechkin, barring injury. 30 seconds left in the second period, but that's playoffs and regular season combined. I mean, that's the one sport where that is the unquestionable GOAT. Wayne Gretzky, I don't know if anybody else. Jaromir Jagr and Mario Lemieux, not Jagr, Mario Lemieux was, I mean, an amazing hockey player, and he's always overshadowed by Gretzky during those years. Mario Lemieux was a beast, and he did have Jaromir Jagr on that team. Tom Barrasso was a decent goalie for them as well, man. Tom Barrasso was a journeyman goalie. He was. Journeyman goalie was on that team as well, man. Trey, that was an awesome. Sam Rosen, you would think he's calling games to the Hurricanes also, man. Like, he is a great, unbiased, colored by, yeah. He's the greatest in the game, man. I am being biased, but I do watch a lot of other hockey games, not just the Rangers. And you're right, a lot of them are homers, man. Just homers. So I agree with you, Trey. You nailed it on that one. It is so true, man. Bruin, then he has recovered from his injury, right? Anybody have a baseball update? Guys, he's almost caught up. He's got like 20 comments back. Dude, I look away for 1 minute and you guys, the whole screen's gone. We're not used to this. I try to read all y'all's comments. I really do. You guys put the effort to type them up. I'm trying to get to them all. All right, we're ending the second period. Let me do basement speed scrolling. Ted, backup NFL quarterback has to be the sweetest gig. As long as you can come in one game and play decent every 2 to 3 years, you can cash out for 10 plus years. Sure. How about being Peyton Manning's backup quarterback forever, Jim Sorgi? How often did he see the field, man? Jim Sorgi was a backup of Peyton Manning forever. And then I believe he went to the Giants, was a backup for Eli Manning. The Giants had a career backup there named Mike Cherry. You ever hear of him? Nope. He was back there forever. He was on the Giants for a long time. Giant fans in here, Truba, he knows who Mike Cherry is. Guy never saw the field. If you're back up to Eli Manning, you're not seeing the field. Peyton Manning, you're not seeing the field. Can you imagine that? You're backup quarterback. That's all you have to do. Case Keenum has been bouncing around the league forever. Colt McCoy, these are journeyman backups. Sam Darnold will be a journeyman backup in this league. Why? The guy knows the game. He knows his plays. The players like him. The teams like him. He's a good leader. He's just not a great, consistent quarterback one. He's not a consistent QB1. But the guys love him. He is a leader. He knows the plays. He knows he's a perfect journeyman quarterback. That's what I'm saying. Texas, Lions and Browns have the most NFL championships. To not sure which has more could be tied. Wow. The Lions in the Super Bowl era have one playoff win. One. How hard is it to be a Detroit Lions fan? They have one playoff win in the Super Bowl era. One. Booney, I thought the New York team to hate was the Mets. No, I like the Mets. The Mets are my second favorite team, believe it or not. They are. The Mets have nothing to do with the New York Yankees unless they meet in the World Series. And they did in 2000. The Met fans hate – the Yankees won that, by the way. The Met fans hate the Yankees. Hate them with a passion. I don't hate the Mets. Unless we meet in the World Series. The Mets play in the National League. The Yankees play in the American League. They have their Subway Series a couple times during the regular season. But overall, what's there to hate about the Mets? They have nothing to do with the Yankees. Nothing. Zero. The Giants and Jets have nothing to do with each other. We play each other this year, and then we'll play each other again in the next 3 to 4 years. It doesn't happen all the time. The preseason doesn't count. I don't care if they play in the preseason. The Rangers and the Islanders are in the same division. Now you're talking Yankee-Red Sox rivalry. I can't stand the Islanders. I will never go for them. Never in life will I go for that dumpster fire organization. Ever. Ever. So no, Boondy, I don't hate the Mets at all. I go for them. I have a couple of I have actually quite a few Mets players that I've liked over the years. But when they play the Yankees, I have no feeling for them. Ted, always send emails inquiring about landlord stuff. There's a paper trail. DC, if Gretzky didn't score a goal in his career, he'd still have the all-time points record. You're not kidding, man. It's amazing. Bruin, Kevin Stevens was pretty good too. Listen, man, that Oilers team was insane, and that's what I was saying about Mark Messier. He came over to the Rangers, man, and separated himself as his own legend, man. That's why if Aaron Rodgers takes the Jets to the promised land, his status is going to go through the ceiling. Through the ceiling. Kevin Stevens had a strange career. He sure did, DC. Good point. Flex, still need a music reaction to was only 19 leading up to Anzac Day. To I was only 19 leading up. Flex, what's the actual name of the song? Type, I was only 19 leading up. Oh, you still need a music reaction to I was only 19. Leading up. Anzac Day is what, April 26th in Australia? Flex, drop that one for me in the DM, man, in my Twitter. Drop the Twitter, IG, or drop it in there, man. Tell me that one again, man, Flex. I'll do that because I know that's a big day there. And I did a piece on Anzac Day as well. Guys, if I missed over your comments, I'm trying to catch up and just scrolling through a little bit and getting down to the bottom here. Bond, just watching the news. Michael Jordan just made a record $3.3 billion. Dude, that guy is name brand central. Is he selling the Hornets? Is that true? Is Michael Jordan selling the Hornets? Did anybody hear that? Is he selling the team or selling a big part of it? Anybody know? I don't know. I thought I heard some little rumors about that. Are these true or not? I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Bruin, he sure did, DC. Flex, yeah, that's why they are going to get fined if they don't get on top of it. Yeah, what is that, the concussion stuff? Truba, Stevens got a terrible injury and ended up addicted to drugs, ended up in jail and in the gutter. He's doing okay now, though. Isn't that crazy, man? Remember Mike Webster, the center for the Steelers? Same thing. Wasn't he ended up 4 Super Bowl rings? And wasn't he living under a bridge at one time? Delonte West, man, the guy was out in the streets. Mark Cuban saved him from that. Man, it's just really sad. Kevin Stevens was a pretty sad story, man. But, I mean, at least he's rebounded a little bit. I love you, Truba, man. I really do, man. You got the greatest stuff. Flex, is that on the Aussie Basement Reaction YouTube channel? Give it up for the OGs, man. Give it up for the OGs. Truba always comes in with the real, man. I love it, Truba. Love it, man. We missed you for your 2-week, for your 10-month golfing extravaganza there. We really do, man. You miss it from the basement when we don't see it in here, brother. Gunner, Chase Daniels has made $41 million his career earnings. He's only played 74 games, starting 5 of them in his 14-year career. I'll never make that in my entire of anything. 41 million, jeez. Japan just scored again, another home run. Wow. Japan's no joke, man. No joke. You know how many countries are going just hating on the USA right now? What inning is it, Nathan? I'll check it in a minute. Flex, I was only 19 by Red Gum. There you go. Let me get that down. I think Flex has told me that before, and I'm sure I have it written here, but this is my one right here. I'll do that. I was only 19 by Red Gum. Got it. GB, I watched the end of yesterday's chat and got home and ended up watching the Avery rule. Oh, did you watch the Sean Avery rule? Was that the most obnoxious move by Sean Avery? They made the rule right after that game. That rule was made. Yep, you saw that, GB. Yeah, man. I hated him. I hated when the Rangers got him. And that's the type of person he was, type of player he was. Not a good dude. Not a good dude. Honestly, Mario Yager, Stevens, Ron Francis, that early 90s Penguins team was loaded. Yes. Tom Barrasso was a very underrated goalie, man. He was a very good goalie for the Penguins back then, too. DC, honest, I just read that. Gunner, I have no true loyalties in MLB, and there's no Buffalo team. So you root for Toronto, right? That's your team, since they played in Buffalo for a couple of years. Yeah, during COVID, right? Didn't Canada say you can take that to the United States? I think that's when they played there. Yeah, Bruin, no kidding. That team was stacked. Stacked. Yes, Ted, do you remember the one fat quarterback the Giants used to have? Lorenzen. I forget it, Lorenzen. He passed away. He passed away, man. He passed away. I think last year or a couple years ago, he passed away. Boondy, an assist considered a point as well. Yes, it is. An assist is considered a point as well. Yep, Trey, the hefty lefty. Yeah, Lorenzen, he passed away. Was it a few years ago? Yeah. Bruin, what Gunner said, assists. with the Buffalo, yeah. Mike Webster is an extremely sad story. Yeah, DC, I remember that. He was living under a bridge. Ryan Leaf also had a sad fall from grace. Yeah, he did. And for some reason, he likes trashing on the Jets. It's really weird. It's really weird. He said the Jet fans are like in prison, man. Like they can never get out, man, because their team is so bad and so disappointing and shameful and things like that. It's like, dude, what was the people that supported you during your career, Ryan? what were the people doing for you? You don't think you were upsetting anybody with your career? Friends, family, maybe? I don't know. Why are you ripping on the Jets? Weird. It's just weird. You know, when most teams that are at the bottom start winning, the Lions, the Browns, the Baltimore Orioles last year on a little run, everybody gets hyped. Like, oh, hey, lovable losers. Come on, let them get going. Man, the Jets start making moves, and everybody's like, I hate the Jets. They're never going to do anything. Screw them. And the Jets don't do anything ever. So now we're starting to win, and people are getting upset, especially Patriot fans, because when the Jets land Rodgers, the Patriots are going to be in last place, period. The year made Mr. Marine Bond. This year he made that money. Do you remember he was a big gambler in the 90s? Used to always go to AC, Atlantic City. Gunner wouldn't say Lee fell from grace. Right, he was never at grace. Never at grace. Remember the Colts were this close to picking him. This close. This close to taking Ryan Leaf instead of Peyton Manning. Wow. Mr. Marine, DC, yes, that was a story about Webster. Sad story, Mike Webster. Yeah, big time. Bond, Mr. Marine, I think you can relate to the song I Was Only 19 by Red Gum. Check it out. Great song about war. Yeah, Mr. Marine did a thing on Anzac Day for the Aussies in New Zealand, and it's quite a story. Mine is just the short of a very long history. Mr. Marine loves that sort of stuff, man. So, yeah. Ted Lorenzen, yeah, that was his name. That's wild. He passed away. I didn't know that. Wow, yeah, he did. I think it was in the last 5 years that he did. I don't want to say it was last year. He was in the last 5, but he did pass away. King, another cellar dweller accounted for. Kings in the basement. That year, the Jays played in 3 different hometowns, Dunedin, Buffalo, and Toronto. They were a good team and likely would have made the playoffs if they had all their home games at the Rogers Center. And who is their biggest supporter out there? Geddy Lee. Geddy Lee, one of the greatest bassists of all time. Geddy Lee is a humongous baseball fan, man. Big Toronto Blue Jay fan. Not for nothing. You know what's weird about the Toronto Blue Jays? It's right out of the song, Jerry Was a Race Car Driver by Primus. Never did win no checkered flag, but he never did come in last. That's the Toronto Blue Jays. They're always dead in the middle. They're always dead in the middle. And for those of you that are Primus fans, I'm a big Primus fan. I love Les Claypool. The dude can bang on the bass like nobody's business, right? But that Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, that is a Toronto Blue Jays. Never did win no checkered flag, but he never did come in last. That's the Blue Jays, man, right there in a nutshell. Guys, I missed my first period break. You know I need my 2 minutes on this break. I'll be right back, guys. I left off at King, but the way the chat's going, I'm going to come back, and that's going to be 5,000 minutes ago. Forget it. Loving this. Simon, welcome into the basement. Subscribe, bell notice, hit that like button. The Habs are beating Tampa Bay 3-1 right now? Really? Wow. Who would see that coming? Anyway, guys, I'll be right back. 2 minutes. Underway here, third period. Oh, what was that hit by Stahl on Tyler Mott? What happened there? King left off there. Oh, boy. I didn't leave off there. King, love the content, GB. Keep up the great work. Totally random question. Are you at all interested in the NLL, the National Lacrosse League? Any room left in the basement for the New York Riptide? King, I got to tell you. Nice save by Igor. I got to tell you, man, I was never into lacrosse, King. I did work for a guy, though. He played for the New York Saints. His name was Steve Huff. Played for the New York Saints, lacrosse at the time. I did work with a guy that played with them. Dude had thighs like this, man. These guys are real athletes, man. It's a hell of a sport. I can't say I never got into it. I never gave it a chance. How about that, King? I got so many sports on my plate right now. Manav wants me to get into cricket. I got requests for other sports. I'm so deep into learning a new one right now. We got to do it one at a time. So, King, I won't say no. I'll just have to say not right now. How about that? Because I never gave it a chance, so I can't say I like it or don't like it. It was very big in my area growing up, too. Now, let me oh, man, you guys are really typing away. Trey, the Patriots being the worst team in the division for a couple of years will be – yes, we love it. We love it. I hate the Dolphins, too, and I'll go for that. I go for the Cowboys over the Patriots. Watching them in the basement twirling around. Remember just 2 years ago, we were hearing about how Mac Jones is the next Tom Brady. Look at this kid. We got the best quarterback in the draft. You weren't hearing that this year. Now he's going to be the worst quarterback in the division. And it's because of coaching. It's because of coaching. 16:35 left in the third. Gunner, Johnny got caught up. I did. Now I'm behind again. For the chat, what were New York Jets originally called when they were founded? The Titans. That's easy. Trey, Titans. That was quick. Gunner comes in with good questions at times, and other times it's like the easiest layup. It's like a Michael Jordan dunk. It's just boom. I mean, Gunner, Bruins right. That was quick. Ted, I have no idea. Trey seemed pretty confident. I'll go Titans as well. It is. I mean, that's how easy that is. Come on, Gunner. He brings them better than that. Come on, Gunner. You can bring it better than that. That was easy, and they wore blue and gold. They were blue and gold. Ted, I should have been the New Yorkers, right? The New Yorkers. Well, that's what the Yankees are considered, the New York. Yankees are New Yorkers, Northerners. Well, Northerners mainly. Trey, I know my Jets history. Yes, yeah, Trey. I've seen you in there before with some Jets history. It's good. Come on, let's go. Trey. Hold on one second. Let me catch up before I start asking questions. Gunner, that's fair. Didn't know you were a Jets fan. Ted, what was the original team name before Chicago became the Bears? It's the Titans. Oh, that's not the answer for that one. Gunner, I thought they were always the Bears. The Bears. Oh, boy. Now we're talking like Chris Berman. I still like watching Chris Berman, man. Trey, the old New York Titans logo was pretty cool, in my opinion. Yeah, the blue and gold, I like that, man. When they would wear that in the Mark Sanchez and Darrell Rivas days, man. I think I don't know if they've worn them since then. I want to see the Jets go back to the Jets, the green 80s Gastineau, Klecko, Abdul Salam, Marty Lyons. I want to see that. And for people that don't know, the front four of the Jets line, the sack exchange, those four guys, just those four guys, the year before they doing sacks as a stat, and they were part of the inspiration of making it a stat. The Jets had 66.5 sacks from Abdul Salam, Klecko, Gastineau, and Marty Lyons. Just those four, not including anybody else. 66.5 sacks. Wow. Teams that have defenses like that win Super Bowls. What do the Jets do? Lose 14-0 in the AFC Championship game in Miami because Richard Todd was throwing to the wrong team after we beat an LA Raiders team that we had no business beating. Jets football, take flight. Can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you. Richard Todd was throwing to A.J. Dewey. Forget the wrong team. A.J. Dewey was his number one receiver in that AFC Championship game. Klecko says that game still bothers him to this day. And they would have went up against John Riggins, the old Jet that they got rid of. It still blows my mind the Jets got rid of John Riggins. Ted, what was the original? The Chicago Cardinals, Ted. The Chicago Cardinals. I'm going with that. Chicago Cardinals. The Bears, GB Gangsters. GB. Trey, the old New York Titans. Let me catch up here. Ted, the Titans, they were Chicago Staleys before the Bears. Were they really? Oh, okay. I was way off on that. King, love the content. I read that and went back. Okay, that's how far back I was. The Gangsters. That's right. Gunnar, here's the only other easy one. What were the Titans originally called? The Houston Oilers. Come on. These are layups, Gunnar. Come on. You're way better than this. Oh, we got to fight. Someone laid out Kako on the boards. 14 minutes left. Rangers going for their third shutout in a row. Shut up, Johnny. Don't jinx it. If you're new at Igor, save. If you're new in the basement, subscribe. Bell notice, like button. Keep the basement rolling. Flex, New York Riptide is a cool name. It actually is a cool name. Now, King, let me ask you a question. If you're in the National Lacrosse League, is the New York Riptide, did they take over the New York Saints then? Are they the team now that from the New York Saints? I did. You can look up Steve Huff, man. I worked with him, man, moving refrigerators. Way back. We're talking way back in the mid-'90s. I would never move refrigerators in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan. We're talking the bigger the refrigerator, the bigger, you had to walk these things up 5 flights of stairs, man. You won't see Johnny doing that now. That's a freaking workout. Here's another. I just read that. Trey, kind of ironic. John Tavares is the best box lacrosse player ever. Is he really? John Tavares. Yeah, man. I remember he was on the Islanders for a long time. Then he went back he wanted to go home to Toronto. Ted, I just checked it out. And yeah, the New York Titans logo is pretty cool. Sharp jerseys too. Yeah, that's a nice one, man. I like that one. Houston Oilers. Yep, with who? Earl Campbell. Bum Phillips. Bum Phillips was the coach of those teams, man. Good old Bum Phillips coached the Oilers and the Saints. I believe the Saints, which I think is when Earl Campbell went to the Saints as well. Yeah, Houston Oilers, Warren Moon, Ernest Gibbon, Chris Dishman. Remember Chris Dishman? Oh, man, that Oilers team, I still can't believe they blew that game against the Buffalo Bills and Frank Reich. The Jets bought into the Frank Reich oop-de-doop, the old loop-de-loop. Oh, this guy's going to be a great quarterback, so we take him over here. He does nothing. Glad to see Lindy back. Big Bear, that is huge to have Ryan Lindgren back. Healthy right before the playoffs. That we need him back. Ted, that's a knuckleball question right there. In 1953, who was the first NFL player to wear a face mask on his helmet? Oh, boy, where's Trouba? Trouba probably knows stuff like that. The first one to wear a face mask on his helmet. Good question. That is a knuckleball right there. That's a knuckleball. I don't know that one. See, I'll just straight up tell you, I don't know. That one you got me on. I don't know that one. Trey to Houston, I read that. I need to think of some harder ones with you guys. Gunner usually comes strong, man. Those were layups, dude. Big Bear, let's go, boys. Let's go. Another shutout. Come on, 13:45 left in the third quarter. Rangers holding on to a 1-0 lead. Go, go, go. Goodrow just stole the puck. Backhanded on the net. We need another goal. Johnny obvious, but we need another goal, man. Come on. Kane's bringing it back up. Another save by Shesterkin, going for another shutout. That's right. Do not get in Shesterkin's face. Now the team's all over them. Rangers are not playing around. Rangers are coming for your Bruins, man. We're going to meet in the ECF, Eastern Conference Finals. Big Ted in 19. Douche, you got me on that one. Flex, he had to try so hard to be caught up and now has to do it all again. I know, man. It's crazy. I knew it was but it's cool, man. Thank you all for supporting this channel. Seriously, thank you all. Because this is really cool, and I look forward to coming on here and spending this time with you guys, man. This is really incredible, man. Trey, the old Leatherheads era of the NFL terrifies me. Yeah. Hey, do you guys know who the first quarterback? Hey, Trey, who was the first quarterback? This is a layup since you're a Jet fan. Who was the first quarterback for the Jets ever? Oh, come on. That was an easy shot on Igor. Yeah, the old Leatherheads, man. You're talking Red Grange and those guys. Jim Otto, Ted Otto Graham of the Browns. I guess if I guessed a lot, Ted, I would have gotten it eventually. But if I don't know, I don't know. I don't sit here and just say guess after guess after guess. Otto Graham, I would have guessed my way into that answer, but I didn't know that right off the bat. Ted, it does seem wild to not wear helmets with face masks, but I almost wish they'd bring that back. You know what's funny, Ted? I always thought about this, man. I always thought about this. The concussions, I bet, would be a lot less if they didn't have the helmets on with the face mask. What is he tripping Igor for? Did he just trip the Igor Shesterkin, man? He came up behind and tripped our goalie. Jesper Fast, an old New York Ranger, man. Oh, you know what? Jesper Fast tried to make he accidentally, what's the term, guys? Accidentally on purpose. He tripped Igor accidentally on purpose. You know what he did? That's Igor right there. Fast came in, and now he's going around the net. Now he turns his head. Now he knows his peripheral vision that Igor's right here, but Igor's facing that way. So he comes by with his skate and just, boom, tripped him. But he was looking the other way, so it was accidentally on purpose. Guess what? Go to the sin bin, which is the penalty box, guys, and we just call it the sin bin, man. He's in there for 2 minutes for what? Power play. Rangers are on the power play right now. 12:38 left in the third period. 2-minute power play for the Rangers coming up. Trey, I'm sure everyone was punch drunk, as they called it, once their career was over. Yeah, no doubt, huh? Ted, when I played rugby, I feel like people didn't play as reckless because we didn't have helmets for false sense of security. Right. Exactly. I think people would lay out on the headshots. Earl Campbell, I was saying yesterday, played defense on offense. You didn't want to get in that guy's way. He used his helmet as a weapon. He'll bash your brains in with that thing. I always liked Earl Campbell. He's not in the GOAT conversation for running backs, but he's an honorary member of that, man. Because like I said, he's one guy you did not want to get in his way. You wanted to get out of his way when he was running at you. GB, don't look down, Johnny. I know, I see the arrow pointing down. There's more. Come on, Rangers, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Panarin. We got some guys out there. Let's get his goal on here, man. Come on. Ted, when I play Trouba behind the net, we're switching lines right now. 50 seconds left on the power play. 11:25 left in the third period. When I played rugby, I feel like people didn't play as reckless because we didn't. Yeah, I just read that, but it's true. False sense of security, man. You got to know where you're at. And I think people would pay attention a lot more, but that would never happen. Shoot that, Heedle. Come on, let's get another. 30 seconds left on the Rangers power play. 11 minutes left in the game. Bruin Bond, Johnny's going to be a good speed reader soon, man. I'm on my way, no doubt. GB for the Devils fan, wild. 1, Devils nothing. Yes, we need the Devils to lose too. The Devils lose tonight. The Rangers can leapfrog them into second place and will then only be 4 points behind the first place Hurricanes, who we're about to shut out, who I want to shut out. Let me shut up. I don't want to talk that. 3 shutouts in a row would be mind-blowing right now. Big Bear. Igor, we're going for 3 shutouts in a row. Igor, another fight. See, what did I tell you guys? This is a divisional matchup. You Aussies, I told you guys, this is not going to be over well. The Hurricanes hate the fact, they have to, that they're not spoken about at all, and they're in first place. They're one of the best teams in the hockey in the East every year for the past few years. They never get hyped up. Boston, Rangers, Devil. I mean, this is what's going on, and they're taking it personally. And now when they're losing 1-0, Vinny had a great check. Great after the save cross check. And by the way, Vinny just came from the Canes. These are his old teammates. Bruin, I was watching the Hockey Guys. The Hockey Guy is great, man. I love his channel, man. That dude, you want to talk about a guy that knows his stuff? The Hockey Guy knows his stuff. If you guys haven't seen his channel, go to the name of the channel is The Hockey Guy. You want to learn a lot about hockey? Go to his channel, man. That dude has a jersey, multiple jerseys for every team. Every team. Anyway, Bruin, I was watching the Hockey Guy's video about the 89 Flames and his story about how his friend. Damn, we gave up a goal. Come on. Chatfield scored for the Hurricanes. He's the 5th defenseman for the Hurricanes. It's his 6th goal of the year. 6th. Tie game, 1-1. 1-1. It's 1-1 with 10-11 left in the third period. Okay, Bruin, I'm actually going to finish what you wrote now. I was watching the Hockey Guy's video about the 89 Flames and his story about how his friend from Edmonton trolled him was hilarious. Did he just post that? I got to check that out. I got to check that one out, Bruin. I haven't watched the Hockey Guy in a couple weeks, man. I'm going to check that one out. It's got to be funny. He's got great stories, man. He's got great accuracy on his history with hockey and the teams, man. That guy knows a lot. Shoot it, Lindgren! Yes, goal! Yes! Yes! Boom, 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 boom! Boom! Rangers take the lead right back 2-1. Kako, kid line, watch out. Rangers are coming, man. Capo Kako put that in. 2-1 Rangers. You want to test us and score? No problem. We'll take it right back. We will take it right back. No problem. No problem. We'll take it right back. Trey, John Tavares is named after his uncle, who's the best box lacrosse player. I didn't know that, Trey. Nice. That's really awesome, man. I did not know that. Ted, fantasy football team name was the Chris Berman Whoops. Yeah, Chris Berman. I used to love watching him and Tom Jackson do all. I know he still does the prime time, but when it was prime time, and Curtis, my favorite, Martin, and all that stuff, and rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, all of it. Chris Berman's, come on, man, the guy's a legend. Come on! Now the Canes just scored. It's 2-2. Are we going to start going like this now? Tarosa, welcome into the basement. Please subscribe, hit the bell notice, and the like button. I don't know how long you've been hanging there, man, but I finally got down this far, so there you are. What's going on, Tarosa? Appreciate you showing up in the basement, man. Keep hanging here with us, man. I'm speed reading, man. I'll get down to you. Trey, Aldaro, very good, Trey. 25 minutes later, I got to the answer, man, with you guys, man. So very, very good. Very good, man. That is awesome. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. The basement is rolling right now. Rolling, man, rolling. Let's see. Gunnar, let's try this one. Which NFL team popularized the West Coast offense? San Francisco 49ers under Bill Walsh. Bond, here's a question for Johnny. What year did the Brisbane Lions win 3 championships in a row? 01, 02, 03. Oh, and Mario Oshkoff, right? Was that his name? Will Oshkoff's dad was on those teams. And in 02 and 03, I don't know who they beat in 01, but I do know in 02 and 03 they beat Collingwood. I know they beat them in 02 and 03. I don't know who they beat in 01, but I know Ashcroft's father was on 2 of those teams. Was he on all 3? I don't know. But in my short time of learning the AFL, I do know that much. Brownlow pick for this year, Daniel Rioli. How about a Daniel Rioli shout out? I'm going to go with Daniel Rioli to Rosa. I'm not well versed with all the teams and players yet, but from what I've seen, how about Daniel Rioli? Is that a good pick? Trey, 49ers. Yeah, Bill Walsh created the West Coast offense. Gunner. Oh, well, no, that's too easy. Gunner, you're going to make me ask an easy question now. Forget it. What? Message retracted. I'm taking that one back. I didn't even ask it yet. But Lockport, sorry, boys, I'm back. I had to pick up my kid from work. Don't worry, Lockport, I'm going to be running out of you were one less person to read lately, so don't worry about it. Bruin, dang, you beat me to it. Gunner, why do you guys have to know your history so well? I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you, man. What's going on? Gunner, you're going to be like that too, man. I don't know. If I don't know, I'm just going to tell you I don't know. I got too much to read here. If I don't know, I'm going to say I don't know and move on. Now, Trey. Oh, no, I've already asked this. I've already asked that question. Forget it. Forget it, Trey. I already asked that question in the past, and you're a Jet fan. You'd already know it anyway. So, 2-2 tie, 9:15 left in the third period because it's probably going to go to overtime because Johnny in the overtimes hasn't had an overtime in a few games because the Rangers have been dominating everybody. Let's win this in regulation, guys. Let's try this one. I read that. Lockport. Ted Marino used to light it up. That's my guess. What question? Oh, West Coast offense. Oh, yeah, Joe Montana was the quarterback of that. I'll throw one out there, but I got a feeling. No, I'll throw one out there. If you guys remember, when Jeff Fisher became the head coach, his first head coaching job was at he had Buddy Ryan as the defensive coordinator and who as the offensive coordinator that Buddy Ryan punched in the face during a game because this offensive coordinator's offense kept putting Buddy Ryan's defense with their backs to the wall. Who was the head coach? I mean, who was the offensive coordinator that Buddy Ryan punched? Who was he? Who was right? Was it Niners? It was the Niners, Ted. It was the Niners. GB, 1 goal lead is never enough. Got to get bloody shorty. Wild one, Devils one. No, that's no good. Yeah, 1 goal leads are not advisable. You need more than that. So anyway, it's 2-2 here in a monster rivalry game right now. Come on, Keandre, you can pass better than that. Come on, guys, bring it up. Get your heads on, man. Bruin, you're giving us some easy layups tonight, Gunner. Yeah, Gunner's giving it. Gunner, you've brought some real tough ones, man. You have given us some underhand pitching, man, but that's fine. Oh, Trouba with a monster shot. Monster shot. Oh, he tripped him. Is that a 7:03 left in the third? Someone just got hurt, I think. Maybe not. Yes, someone did. Tyler Mott boy, poor Tyler Mott. If you've been watching the Rangers, since he's been back, he's been playing really well for us, but he's been getting beaten up. He's been getting the hell beat out of him by pucks, sticks, at wrong place, wrong time, and cheap shotted by the Penguins. Ted, was that the Montana era? Yeah, that was the Montana era, man. Boom, 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 boom. That's right, Gunner. GB. Gunner, you're giving us some easy layups. I was reading 2 comments at the same time. I'm doing 2 for 1s. Gunner, I'm rusty on asking trivia. Need time to think of some good ones. Don't worry, baseball season's back next week, Gunner. You'll have plenty of time. Trade dice overtime again. I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you, man. You can't make this stuff up. As long as we win. Lockport. No, wait, where'd you go? Man, oh, there you are. Lockport. Gunner, here's a wild stat to pass on. 25-year-old DJ Moore is the all-time receiving yards leader for the – wow, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, they really haven't had a lot of great wide receivers. I mean, Willie Gault was nice. Went back with Jim McMahon and company. Flex, Johnny in the overtimes. You know it, Flex. You know it. Lockport, great band name right there, Flex. Oh, that's, yep. And GB was the one. I think GB was the one that came in with the Johnny in the overtimes, right? Johnny Rock in the overtimes. So when Rock, Mrs. Baseman's in here, it's Johnny Rock in the overtimes. Bruin, that Flames video. Whoops, Bond. Darcy Parish for the Bombers will win the Brownlow this year. 37 disposals last weekend. I did see that. It was incredible. Come on. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Dude, where's the defense? Don't turn back into the statues. We haven't seen the statues in a long time. Flex, Johnny in the overtimes. Lockport, great band. Oh, I already read that. Hold on. 2-2. 5 minutes left in the third period before we go to overtime. Hold on. Rangers bring it up right now. Adam Fox across the blue line. Shoot it. Oh, good rebound. Nobody was there. Wide open net on the corner. Come on. Where's wide open net? Anderson was on his side of the net. It was wide open over here. And I mean, like, wide open. There was nobody there, man. Nobody. Come on, Rangers. That was an easy goal had we been set up right. Getting intense here, guys. Ted, what NHL player holds the record for most career penalty minutes? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm going to go with Ty Domi. Ty Domi's got to be up there if he's not number one. Ty Domi has got to be up there if he's not number one. Got to be. 4:12 left in the third period. I'm going to go with Ty Domi. Icing on the Rangers. Come on. I'm going to go with Ty Domi for now. Is that, let me know, man. I think so. Ty Domi, that's a good question. Bond, Darcy Parish for the Bombers. I read that. Bruin, the Flames videos from a couple years ago. He also has a playlist of every NHL season. Dude, the hockey guy is amazing, man. He really is. I pride myself on things that I know, man, but that dude knows a ton. He's a hockey encyclopedia. That guy is money, and he's money all day. Bruin, Tiger Williams. Ooh, that's a good guess. Tiger Williams. What about Dale Hunter? How about Dale Hunter? Is he up there? Ty Domi, I'm telling you, he has more penalty minutes than Ty Domi? Dale Hunter. That's a good one, Bruin. It could be. Come on, Panarin, get in there. I'm sticking with my man Ty Domi. If it's not him, he's got to be close. I'm going to go with Ty Domi or Dale Hunter. Those are my two. I got reading to do, guys. I can't think on that right now, but I'm going to go with those two, Dale Hunter or Ty Domi. Come on, Mika Passage. Shoot it, man. Come on. We're all around their net right now. 3 minutes left in the third period, 2-2. Bruin, Tiger Williams. Tiger Williams. Oh, was it Tiger Williams? Ty Domi had to be around there, man. I'm going to look at that in a minute, guys. I believe you, Ted. I'm just going to say I want to see how close I was with Domi and Dale Hunter. I want to see how close I was. They have to be in the top 5. Have to be. Bagger, steady, Bond. Jason, welcome into the basement. Jason, welcome into the basement. Subscribe, bell notice, hit that like button if you haven't already. Cal, no! on, man. We have this game in hand this whole time. Letting the Hurricanes hang around, man. Come on, man. They're in first place for a reason. Rangers, wake up. And Adam Fox was standing right next to him, man. Why is he standing there, letting the guy stand right near the net? Jason, I'll get to you in a second. Come on, man. You're right next to the dude, man. What happened to old-time hockey, man? 2:30 left in the game. 3-2 Carolina now, man. Come on, Rangers. Jason, in December, you should choose a big bash team. Australia, T20 cricket, footy and winter cricket in summer. Oh, man, Jason, I got to tell you, man, a lot of people are asking me about cricket. I got an OG dweller in here. Manav loves cricket. He lives in California, man. When he's in here, you want to talk cricket, Jason? You're in the right chat. I don't know anything about cricket right now. I'm learning footy. I got baseball, hockey, basketball, football, wrestling. I do all of these right now, plus learning the AFL, man. My slate is full. But trust and believe, man, we got plenty of people in here that know about cricket. Manav, Bond, Anthony, when he's in here, way back. Flex, I believe, knows some things about cricket. So, Jason, you're in the right stream, I promise you, man. But I do not even have 1 second to learn another sport right now. I'm still working on footy. But I'm not saying I'll never do it. I'm just saying not right now. And I got a lacrosse request today. Lacrosse. So I got some stuff, man. I'm one man. But I appreciate it, Jason. I trust and believe. I respect all the sports, man. Come on, Rangers. Let's go. 3-2 down. Bond, Dave, he was getting 30-plus disposals in every game last year. Wow. So was I way off with Daniel Rioli, guys? Is that like a bad Brownlow choice? I don't know enough yet to be going down through the players, man, to really know. But I saw Daniel Rioli is a pretty freaking good player, man. I'll try and think of some good ones for next time. That's all right, Gunner. You got it, Gunner. We had to break your chops because you do bring better ones than that. Occasional layups, but come on, Gunner. You're an OG dweller, man. You should know the big dogs in here that we know a lot of stuff, man. Come on, Gunner. You can bring it better than that. Uh-oh. Rocco's up. The Rangers lose and just woke up the basement mascot. Guys, 30 seconds. The Rangers have an empty net. To the Aussies, just so you know, you're allowed 6 men on the ice. When a team is down, we try to get a one-man advantage. We'll pull our own goalie and put an extra skater on, an extra attacker on. Does it sound crazy? No. When there's time running out, we need as many shots on net as possible. So forget our goalie. We're already losing. We pull him, put another guy on the ice, and it's not looking good right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shot on net. Oh, he saved it. Game over. I'm sorry, Rocco. I'm sorry you have to wake up to this, man. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. I know. No one's happy. Come on. Say hello to the fellas. No one's happy. Come on, Rocco. No one's happy. Look at him. He wakes up to this disaster. Come on, we're going to read it through a few of these, and I'll take you outside. Basement mascot, for don't know, Rocco, basement mascot. Ted, how fast is the fastest hat trick in NHL history is accomplished against the Rangers? Wow, good one. I don't even know. Tell me, Ted. I don't know. I can't think of it at the moment. Bagger, was he using those disposals well, Bond? Flex, Adelaide are fighting their player's suspension for his hit on the weekend. Most people agree Pickett's hit was worse, yet he got less weeks. Is it because are fighting their player's suspension for his hit on the weekend? Most people agree Pickett's hit was worse, yet he got less weeks. Is that because he's a less known player? Because sometimes that's how it works over here. You'll have the same type of penalty, but depending on the value or quality of the player, you don't know. Trey, very good. Kevin Gilbride. That was the answer, Trey. Kevin Gilbride. Mr. Marine, have a great night. Glad to see you in here. New York Knicks playing the Orlando Magic tomorrow night right here in the basement. I believe it's a 7 o'clock start, Mr. Marine. We'll see you then. Big Bear. Couldn't even hold on for the extra point. Right. Couldn't even hold on for the extra point. We do all those things, Big Bear, all those things, and we blow this game, man. blow this game, especially giving up to their fifth defenseman who scored his number 6 goal of the season. Come on, that's unacceptable. Oh, Rocco, when you wake up, your breath is cranking, bro. Wow, he's old dog, man. But, man, when he wakes up and does that big yawn, my goodness. Christopher, crap the bed. No joke, dude. No joke. This is crazy, guys. If I missed some of your chats today, guys, I apologize. I think I picked up about 95% of what you guys put out here. Flex, most Aussies know a bit about cricket. Yeah, I see that, Flex. I see it's really big. Manav is a monstrous, as you guys know, OG Manav. He's very big into that. GB, I met Dave. Oh, my gosh, hold on. I met Don Bradman once to go to cricket at any sport in the world. Wow. GB is not his fault, Rocco. You see how he got up the minute the Canes scored? I heard a little peep back there. And then when the time was counting down and he realized the Rangers aren't even going to get the extra point. Gunner. Don't worry, Johnny Saber. What is with the Sabres giving up 7 goals all the time? What's going on with them lately, Gunner? They give up multiple goals like that a lot. What is going on? Trey, Rocco hates losses like all Ranger fans. Yeah, you heard him, man. Right on time. He's really annoyed right now. Now he's got to go outside, so I got to get him out. Medication! Another big, important cellar dweller in the basement. Medication's in the basement. What's going on, brother? Way back. Wow, GB, that's impressive. Nathan, well, tough loss, man. Sorry. Hey, listen, the Rangers are rolling right now. They outscored their teams coming into this game 17-2 in the last 3 games. So we can't be the guy with the big ham crying with that big ham under this arm crying we ain't got no bread. So, but that's an important game. Now we got to play Carolina again in their house on Thursday. Gunner never locked Port. I refuse to. Goes and cries in the corner. Big Bear, have a great night, man. We'll see you Thursday night for the Carolina Hurricanes and the Rangers, Big Bear. Big Bear is a diehard Ranger fan. He's a part of this live stream with the Rangers always, man. Big-time Ranger fan. Appreciate you, Big Bear, supporting the channel, brother. Have a good night. Way back, most reports are judged on if the recipient of the hit bump is injured and how badly injured. I got you. Like the Buddy Franklin one, I saw that one, man. I just thought that was, like, really unnecessary. You're part of my pain, Bruin. Oh, my gosh. The Bruins own the Sabres like nobody's business, man. I know it. Ted, Ty Domi had the most career NHL fights, but not most career penalty minutes. I looked it up. Yep, while we were doing this, I looked it up just before. Ty Domi finished 3rd. I wasn't that far off. And Dale Hunter was 2nd. I wasn't that far off. Tiger Williams was 1st. I wouldn't have thought of Tiger. I wasn't thinking on that level at that moment. So I wasn't too far off, Ted. I wasn't too far off. Ty Domi was 3rd and Dale Hunter was 2. Those were my 2 picks. I was close. I forgot about Tiger Williams. And I won't sit here and act like I was going to say him. I didn't even think about him. Those were my 2 picks, and that was it. I was wrong. But I was freaking close, man. That's all that matters. Flex, AFL also. Bagger, great call today, Johnny. Thank you, Bagger. Thank you for you guys' support. Bagger, spot on, Flex. Flex, AFL also suspends determine the outcome of the hit. No concussion, less weeks subbed out of the game, more weeks. Trey, thanks for the stream, Johnny. Really makes my day. Same here, brother. I really appreciate all of this going on in here. You guys make this channel happen, not me. The Knicks play the Magic tomorrow. The Magic are a doormat, absolute doormat of the NBA. So what does that mean, guys? What would that mean? The Knicks will probably lose because we play down to our competition. Not just them. The Rangers do it too. They're not going to lose to the Magic tomorrow. They better not. They better not. Thanks for the stream, Johnny. I read that, and thank you, man. Appreciate the compliments. Tarosa, this was an elite stream. Well, thank you, man, and thank you for being a part of it, man. Please keep showing up. We'll be here. I got to get him outside, guys. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for allowing us to keep coming here every night and having such a blast with you guys, all right? Subscribe, bell notice, like button. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. We're here all week. All week we're here, man. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. I'm Johnny Basement, and he's Rocco, Basement Mascot, and we are out. And he's got to go out. Good night, guys.